afraid to say that the future isn't looking up. I can see the storm clouds starting to roll in. The sun is shining now, but it's about to be an end. We can wait around until the fire burns out, or we can save ourselves. There's greener pastures lying ahead for me. There's something better out there, and I owe it to myself to see. And I don't need to wait any longer to feel the danger that's been coming my way. There's greener pastures lying ahead for me. Gotta get out of this war zone before it's too late. If the sky is raining ashes, it's time to escape. We can wait around until the fire burns out, or we can save ourselves. There's greener pastures lying ahead for me. There's something better out there, and I owe it to myself to see. And I don't need to wait any longer to feel the danger that's been coming my way. There's greener pastures lying ahead for me. Lying ahead for me. Lying ahead for me. I can see the light in the distance. I can feel the danger coming my way. We can save ourselves, but we gotta start running now. I've been reading tea leaves at the bottom of the cup, and I'm afraid to say that the future isn't looking up. I can see the storm clouds starting to roll in. The sun is shining now, but it's about to be an end. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck! This dude deserves minimal happiness.
Call me whenever you feel alone, babe. And when you need to cry, I'll be by your side. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. And when you need to escape from 1,000 fires, I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are, and I'm gonna miss you, I will never lie. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. We're running in the jungle of love.
DA took me $1.50, and he's talking about a time machine being ready. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but thank you. Okay.
I got you on my mind. You were stuck in my head, and I don't know why. We got a billion races, we got this melody, and you can trust me, baby. We got everything. Call me whenever you feel alone, babe. And when you need to cry, I'll be by your side. Call me whenever you need someone, babe.
This dude deserves minimal happiness.
I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are, and I'm gonna miss you, I will never lie. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. We're running in the jungle of love.
Oh, you better enjoy it, because you guys have killed us. Explain yourself, you baby! This dude deserves minimal happiness. The shield to hide behind. The shield to hide behind. Facts. Oh, you better enjoy it, because you guys have killed us. Use your mouth! Form words! Qualify those words!
DA took me $1.50, and he's talking about a time machine being ready. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but thanks for the tip. Okay.
Oh, that's weird. My overlay. Refresh it. Yeah, I asked people last week or the week before, give me some sound clips so I would...
Like, goddamn, bro. This video is horrible.
Yeah.
That's the one I found when I was going back on that triggered video because I like that video.
So
and that's super good.
I'm kind of thinking of just letting y'all unleash the audio for this because we've got a troll video and we've got a dude that is barely forming points. So,
but it's barely forming points for some 40 or so videos.
Oh no, we're not doing all of them.
Obviously,
we're gonna.
There's got to be something in there.
We're gonna go through the playlist and we're gonna go. That video looks good, and we're gonna click it and we're gonna watch it. And we're going to do that for like 3 or 4 videos before we're like, blech.
3 or 4 videos?
What do you want us to do?
I mean, they're legitimately like a minute each is the thing.
Yeah, so we can do more than that. I thought they were like 4 to 5
Oh,
each.
no. They are. Some of them, let me, AnimeSnob. One Piece. Bam, shabamzo.
While you're looking for that.
It is 2 minutes, a minute, 3 minute, a minute, 2 minutes, not even 30 seconds. 2 minutes, a minute 30, a minute 30, a minute, 2 minutes, not even a minute.
There we go. I've seen this video. It's a joke, satire video.
They voted for it! This isn't us!
Literally what y'all
This
want.
isn't, we got no dog in this fight!
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, well, hereby help you Dritz the drag down.
Yeah, those are going to change for Viewer Request Month. I just didn't have time. So, guys, how are y'all enjoying Viewer Request Month so far? It's awful. The first video was pretty good.
Yeah, the first video was a bad video that is feasibly bad. And, you know, we did our thing. But these... Ugh.
I know Degen, almost every video is a joke or exaggeration.
That's... I need to go back and watch the video that we did when we were cutting them and see why we put that in, because I remember somebody saying that was a troll video.
No, somebody said it was a troll video after the stream.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, thank you for the super chat as well.
Yes, both of you. The streets need Mark. I think one of the... So, what we're planning to do to save this thing month is blitz through a lot of the videos that were voted on by you guys within the first 2 weeks. And then we're going to go through the next crop of videos. And I think a Mark video was there. I think a Mother's Basement video was there. And I think one more good video was there. So, we are going to save this month from y'all.
Meme Spice says, did you start your Persona replay through?
I'm playing it, but this is slow going is the thing. That's all.
See, here's my issue. Persona 3 and 4 come to Steam in January. Mm-hmm. And I'm debating just waiting for that. And that's my whole thing.
But After these videos, what we have left are 4 videos. We have Naruto is better than One Piece by Roger's Basement. We have the anime tier list. We have Dragon Ball GT versus Dragon Ball Super by Totally Not Mark. And we have Why I Hate Whole Cake Island by Neptune Jr. So those are the 4 videos that we got after we finished with whatever we're doing today.
Yeah. So
7 months, my goodness. That's $7.
It's so much
You
money.
could have gotten a double Whopper with cheese.
Not these days, I don't think. No, $7 sounds about right.
I don't know how much it costs.
Can't believe all the Discord babies ruined viewer request month too. There may be a subtitle so bad. No, we're saving this month. The first video was good. We're gonna save this month. Don't worry about it.
We
y'all.
are us, so don't you worry about that. I did see in one of the comments it was just like, dang, the Patrick video should have been streamed. And I'm like, maybe for next year we stream everything since it's viewer request month. Get the viewers involved.
That would
or
be,
as much as we can.
Yeah. Because our weekday recording or revisited is so slapdash sometimes.
But if I think it'd be fine to just be like, hey, go time.
Yeah.
And just have people in. Because, recording is...
Yeah, who cares if there's
essentially
12 people?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Some of those 12 people will be happy to be there.
The letters B, Q, P, and D are all the same letter. Think about it. You are high. Man, I'm broke. Join the club. What does that do? Oh, the sound bites. Time to begin. For a second, I thought I was very happy to be here. So that's what it does. Dex is a new blah, 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 blah. Oh, then they're just playing with all the points. I asked people what sound bites they want. If y'all want one taken out, there's 10 altogether. There can only be 10. So I could take one out, add a new one if y'all think a good one. Mark Month will save us. You're a liar. Do Mark's Bleach videos. Maybe we will at the end of one of these streams, one of these short streams.
It all just depends on what he thinks about it. Because if it's just Soul Society, we like Soul Society. We think it's good. There's not too much to say about that. But he's digging a Ron car, so maybe. We might have to peek our head in once he gets to the full bring.
Wow, Balance. I haven't seen you in a minute. Mark Hater, stay losing. Hello, blessings and peace. All right, time to shout out the name, and then we can get into this.
Get into it, and the sooner we can get into it, we can get out of here. Because this is what viewer request month is. Just so. This is what we got.
Yeah.
Just write this so.
What's up, Saul, Anika, Cameron, Det, Corey. I've learned that's Corey now. Alfonso, Worf, Hope, Dutch, JCJ, Meme, True King. Wow, it's gonna go for a while. Hollis.
For this.
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, we hereby dub you Dritz the Drag Down.
Also, I'm finally out of one of my slumps, and I should have chapter 2 before December. Might make chapter 2 two-parter or split it half into chapter 3. Yeah, just let us know. I've been reading some of the promotional chapters that some people have been posting in their promotions. Dude, I just love to read.
Oh, look at me. I can read.
Wait a minute, Silas. Can you read?
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Piku, Blaze. If I miss you, apologies. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of chat messages. Ramen, Paul, Greymon.
Make Corey a mod.
I wasn't going to.
Well, I promised.
Posse. Jinx. Nami.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck!
That is fair. Balance. Zay. Jay. We are about done. Varia. Magician. Smart.
The Magician. Epo!
Have you caught up? But you saw what I meant where...
No, I'm digging that.
You're
You're feeling each other out.
It was basically a chapter of nothing.
I don't care.
But I am loving Ricardo now.
I'm always
loving Ricardo. Just like, what do I do?
Hey, wait a second. This isn't normal.
What is he doing? Ugh.
It ain't oatmeal? What? What context?
I was never a scammer. I was never a scammer. All right, so for the first video, we are doing Why One Piece is Garbage featuring The Masked Man by Degenerocity, I would assume it is. This is roughly a troll video, so we're basically going to watch it and let y'all play y'all TTSs and sound bites. I think I even have TTS the cooldown off or lowered for this. This is to save the stream, because there's going to be basically nothing we're going to be saying here.
So, description.
Description, boys.
Oh. It's nothing.
Wonderful. Let me make sure that I have lowered the command is lowered. It could have been a second Mark month. That is fair.
Jet Black J says, a story about smoking at the back of the supermarket. Perfect manga, so wholesome.
See, that already sounds good. I like that title. Hello, are we going into Bumland? Yes, we are, dude. This is going to be maximum Bumland. But not for the correct reason. It has nothing to do with us. Y'all chose this. Y'all voted for this. Just know that if there's an issue with these videos, it's y'all fault. Unless it's the ones that we picked. Yeah.
In which case, it's still their fault for even nominating them. We are blameless.
We are blameless. Let's get into it. What are you reading?
The manga that Jet just said.
Oh, okay.
I ain't watching this
So
video.
one day, I'm just chilling in the room with my brother. We just hanging out, and then he turns on the TV and puts on this cartoon with this stretchy boy. The curious boy I was, I asked him, "What is this?" Then he turned and looked at me with demons in his eyes and said,
"It's an anime called One Piece. I think you would really like it."
We aren't the monsters. We didn't vote for this. We didn't nominate this. This is your fault.
We don't have vetoes or anything.
We don't have vetoes. Nothing.
Literally, the only reason why we're not doing one of the most voted videos is because it was deleted.
Hey, Mark is in there.
Now this was before I was into anime. So when he told me this, I was like,
Big Bad
anime?
Mademoiselle.
I've heard it.
Hope says, I did not vote for this shit. I only voted for my own video, all of which was good. And you already proved that by doing my CBRDBZ video.
Hey, what do you want us to do? You are one man
Cameron
behind the
Bailey says,
keyboard.
There's this word called no.
If we're going to say no in viewer request month, is it truly a requested video from viewers?
I need to hear the context. Give me a second.
Hold on, we're about to listen to something.
What are you doing?
Big Bad Mademoiselle. Hope
Fantastic.
says, get better fans.
That's
on y'all.
We cultivate the fans we cultivate.
You can't just add theme and just like instant point. It ain't oatmeal.
Okay.
Instant oatmeal. Okay.
Okay.
That makes that.
Okay, because I'm like...
To use the sound bits, there's a redeem list. So you could do, I'm going to type it in the chat. All you got to do is exclamation point any of the words that pop up with the redeem list. Sound the theme alarm. I wanted a Nostalgia Critic Revisited. That's coming. Yeah, that's coming for 1.5. Why are there 50 people watching this? I don't know. Okay, whatever.
That's like Naruto, right? And if my brother likes it, that means it's good, right? Right? So then later that day, I started watching One Piece. And it was nothing like
Mean
Naruto.
Spice says, yo, dreamin'. Don't give it up, dawg. Dreamin'. Don't give it up, BG. Dreamin'.
Interrupted.
Don't give it up, viewer.
Interrupted.
Dreamin'.
Quick.
Don't give it. Give it up. Give it up. Give it UP. Give it up. You.
Couldn't even do that.
Viewer request month was a mistake. Absolutely.
And it was my fault.
In fact, the more I watched, the more I started to think, is my brother playing a prank on me? When does this shit get good? And guess what? It never got good. So yeah, he's not my brother anymore. No one who made me go through that shit is no brother of mine. And you know what happened when my brother became up to date with...
Hey, what's the appeal of this video?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I don't know if you need to be a fan. Stumbling upon this video, I wouldn't necessarily... I'd be already out. Because I'm like, okay, that was like 5 jokes that I didn't laugh at. If it's going to be more of this, I'm out. I don't know if this is for his fans who know his type of humor. Or, because I'm just like...
Yeah, if you were a person just coming in, would this hook you to keep consuming his brand of videos?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Troll satire? Yeah, even that satire, I don't think is particularly good. Just the word satire isn't good enough. I have already punched this nigga by now.
Yeah, I don't...
Nami the Goat says, people watch Nux.
Yes,
People
but
do watch Nux.
Nux is super loud memeing. Balance. To use the alerts, you have to do exclamation point and then the word. So exclamation point shield, not just the word shield. It's a long running joke on his channel that he shits on One Piece. Okay, but the thing was, it's not the shitting on One Piece that's the issue. What is the comedy brand here? Yes. I don't think it's satire. I think he's just exaggerating his feelings because a lot of his videos are just complaining about things, but with memes. Okay. And all hell no is not a drop because it's there with super chats and tips and subscribers and stuff. I can't use every sound clip for everything.
One Piece? He became a crack addict. That's what happens when you get caught up to One Piece. So if you don't know what One Piece is, good. Click off this video while you still can. And if you stay watching this video, I'm assuming that you know what it is. But you probably didn't know that One Piece...
Oh, that thing just popped up!
Meme Spice says, why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Just to
Every
suffer.
night I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. You feel it too, don't you?
And that's why we need less videos for Viewer Request Month 3 so people can actually watch them and be like, oh, this is a good video for them to watch, not just going purely by the title and clicking and voting for it.
Facts. All hell no is not an alert. Stop trying to make it an alert. If y'all want an alert, I have no issue making it one, which is good, which would be a good one. In fact, I will update it to make that alert, and I'll make the super chat alert something else. I'll move something else around. Again, if y'all want soundbite alerts, just let me know through either Twitter or chats or whatever.
It's the worst thing to ever be made on this planet Earth. It's the cancer of this generation. I would rather get every single type of STD than watch another episode, than read another chapter of this shit. And I'm about to tell you all the reasons right now why One Piece is garbage. First of all, the main cast of characters is just fucking shit. We got Rubber Boy here who for some reason is the strongest dude in the universe. Like, he's just rubber. You know what?
He's not the strongest dude in the universe. I'm addressing this as if it is an actual video.
Just to get something out of here.
I understand. But
just to get anything.
But this is false. If you're going to do a video like this, at least have the points be a factual thing. Because he was struggling against Doflamingo, and Doflamingo
Cameron
was
Bailey
terrified
says,
of Kaido.
someone just saw the title without watching the video.
Absolutely.
40 plus people that voted for this did.
Absolutely. Sam Josh, you haven't missed anything. There's nothing
Master
to me.
Jinx says, this video is garbage. Nami the Goat says, I need to find the bums who voted for this.
How long did it take to realize it was a troll? I just got here. Someone told us as soon as our stream ended where we were slashing videos that it was.
Exclamation point. Flame of record.
Oh my god, stop with the... Alright.
Paul A says, oh lord, he's already being dishonest.
Alright. But it's a troll video. What do you want from him? Like, it's a troll. Give us a referendum to veto this video? You know what? That is fair. It is viewer request month. Here you go. Veto. Yes or no?
What else is rubber? Silly
The
bands and
Almighty
they're weak
Dude
as
Hansen
hell.
says, he is mostly humor type video, but he looks like he is middle of Nux video and CJ DeChamper.
Yeah,
It seems like there's something there. Given enough time, the humor, he'll find like his niche, unless this is his niche, in which case it's like, man. But it seems like there's something there. It's got good timing, good delivery. It's just the jokes ain't hitting.
I bet I could
Who vote no?
beat this monkey dude in a fist fight. Therefore, his character fucking sucks. Then we got this swordsman who don't know his left from his right. Like a fucking idiot. Then we got foot fetish simp to
there are people in this world that do not know their left from their right. It's a neurological issue.
And there's also a lot more to his character. That's not the only thing.
Y'all are too far. What? And we're 2 minutes into a 6-minute video. Oh, hell no. DA make BG watch Cats and Cats Month. I told DA I would do a Cats Month, but there's not enough videos positively to...
And plus, it'd be the same thing over and over and over again.
Yes, we see it.
keep the incels reading.
Stop trying to argue with this man. We gotta do something.
A bitch nigga, fish nigga, dog nigga, dead nigga.
What?
Thank you for the super chat as well.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Nah, me for that.
We also got Cyborg, but more lame. There's Mommy Milkers #1, who's a gold digging whore. And Mommy Milkers #2, who says she wanted to live this entire time. Bitch, why you make them go through all that shit then? As you can see, this is a lackluster cast of characters. I could probably...
Even as a troll video, this is not entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, Young Defiant is, say what you want, I find him to be hilarious.
And he is a troll man. Like, it's so, he's
Master Jinx
so
says,
weird with
half
it.
positive and half negative.
Half positive, half negative? For Cats Month. Find us 2 positives. And not one of those, that's what I'm saying! Corey, please go home, people. 62
This
now.
is crazy.
It's crazy for this! Better than Trigger, that is fair.
But that's not hard to do.
That's not hard to do.
We beat in the fight. The worst main characters I've seen ever. So One Piece is already at a bad start. Second reason, these goofy ass character designs. Like the world of One Piece looks like a crazy acid trip. How am I supposed to get emotionally invested and take things seriously when the characters look like this? Like what even is that? They're dressing up like they're on Let's Make a Deal. And this leads on to my third reason why.
If you don't...
DA, I need your help with Comey. I want to wait, but every week when a new chapter comes out, I can't help myself. It's really hard since Comey wants to kiss Tadano.
I'm not caught up, so it's very easy.
I don't see how.
I'm crazy.
I don't see how.
But look at this is not an argument. Look at this is not a troll thing. I think it's the lack of... I don't know what it is about this video, but this is something that I would not have ever gotten this far into it.
Even if we didn't know this was a troll video, this doesn't feel true enough.
It's got almost 1 million views.
Like that JoJo's troll video we did, he had a lot of quote-unquote points within it, which sounded very factual and issues that he had with JoJo's. This isn't even explaining it really.
Whether
just
he's
look
serious
at it
or not, I came to the realization this year after seeing this Wano
Cameron
art
Bailey
being
says,
stretched out for 2 years.
I feel like he's making fun of the criticisms of One Piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that, but
it's still not entertaining in any way.
if we were to make this type of video, we'd be like, look at somebody like Lord. They'd be like, look at her. She's shaped like a potato. Well, look at all these colors. This dude ain't got a shirt on or nothing. Look at this is not anything other than simply look at this. And you're forcing the audience to make their own opinion about look at this. And you go, oh, she is ugly, or no, I don't mind about that, or it doesn't really affect me all that much if it's are we done?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're done. We're
Okay,
done.
thank goodness.
Yeah.
Can we just go to the end just a little bit, see what the And where does a masked man come in on this? Doesn't matter. What's the wrap up?
That I found on the street agrees with me. Listen.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Say it right now.
One Piece is the worst manga I've ever read. Oda's a terrible author, and I now have COVID. If you like One Piece, then you've never touched grass before. Now, can I please see my family?
No! You see? I told you it's fucking garbage. It's the worst thing ever documented in human history. Whoever watches it or reads it gets their mind instantly corrupted. The only reason why...
Okay, let's go to the very end and just see the last one.
Now, when he said this is one of the worst things I've ever watched, I now have COVID, I thought about smiling.
Yes. No. That's a joke that is worthwhile. If you were in the mood to laugh, you would laugh at that. It took me a while to find this was a troll video. When I first saw it, it wasn't funny until the masked man came in. Yeah, the masked man's part was funny. The threatening of him. If you're in the mood to laugh, yes. People voted
Rocky Hollis says, this video is just a guy parody every One Piece complain with ghetto vocabulary. What the joke? Where is the joke?
Yeah.
Bonti Ramen says, y'all should have just done the snob video. Also, did y'all become crackheads when you got caught up with Op?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Why do you...
The almighty Jew Hansen says, he is just too dry, it defeats the purpose of troll when this sounds like just a common Op trash talker.
Yeah, if it was like a Nux delivery, I could feel the trollishness. If he was more snobby with it, I could feel the trollishness.
Yeah, I just don't find interest in troll stuff.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
Anko, people saw the title.
Gino Taku 91 says,
and the views.
This is stupid already.
Stupid.
Yeah. So,
Stand y'all! Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to say. In conclusion, One Piece is garbage. The fandom is a bunch of crack babies. And Oda can suck on these nuts!
Yeah, it wasn't even a funny ending.
Cyberman Worf says, this is the most unfunny stuff. People who voted for this did not actually watch it.
No. Yeah. They absolutely just saw the title, saw how many views it was, and went, they'll react to this and it'll be great.
Because the video that got deleted was Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, and it was Naruto is better than One Piece. And then we got another Naruto is better than One Piece. So people just went, Naruto better than One Piece, vote. So yeah, we're going to go through these AnimeSnob videos. There's 40-something of them. We're going to do them until we don't do them anymore.
Until we don't do them anymore.
Oh, that's an anomaly, clearly.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing to have been to said about that.
Okay, I thought Triton was like, we suck. Because I'm like, we're doing our best here.
We're gonna get through these handful of videos. We're probably gonna get 40 minutes in altogether, and then let's do the Mark Bleach one.
Gino Taku 91 says,
we can see what he says.
This least inferring than drizzed.
Infuriating, I would assume.
Sounds about right. But as for these, he could be saying something. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I know.
You keep that hope alive, my friend.
I know vaguely of AnimeSnob. And the only thing that's keeping me from these is the fact that they're a minute. And it's like, what can you say in a minute that's substantive enough? But I don't know this dude's points. I don't know how well he formulates his arguments. I don't know anything. I've got hope.
This is why I only volunteer videos I watch. Absolutely.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
Oh, hell no.
Where we need to, in the video, go, hey, watch the videos to make sure that they're quality. Do your own revisited and see how much you can get from it.
That's why next year we're going to limit the amount of videos you can submit. Each single person can submit. If 30 people submit 5 videos, we're still going to have 150 videos. But we're not going to have 3 people submitting 80 videos. Just One Piece critique. And then this video. So we're gonna get this
with
done.
Chibi reviews? I don't know of Chibi reviews, but apparently he's a cuck.
What do we...
I'm assuming that's the guy on. Oh wait, it says it right there.
Yeah, no, right there.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
A lot of his videos are just edited clips of other videos. What?
Triggered is sub to this guy because he's on One Piece. You guys fucking said so hard and recommended videos. Did you learn nothing from the 80 revisiteds they did? Like, yeah.
The Money Artist says, all he is doing is trash talking about One Piece without going deeper in the show.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You think if the 100 videos by now, they'd be like, okay, we got a feel for what to... No.
We got it. We know what we need to do.
I just say we just play and just...
Okay. In the interim, once we are getting closer to the end, how about you guys recommend a video?
I thought we
we're gonna see what Mark's about, but it's
the
not
end of this video.
Yeah.
But
always
no. I'm saying we're gonna go through some of the Mark, but we may not do a full one of Mark.
No. I'm saying I thought we decided on the last stream of Viewer Request Month that they do the points thing and...
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna happen. But yeah, it would defeat the purpose.
The purpose of what?
Doing the points thing at the end. If right now I'm just like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
Okay.
I'm like, nah, don't... Because just let that be the big stream.
Next, revealing new kingdoms, wonder about what is next for some kingdoms. That is most likely Dragon. Well, most likely, that's who he saw.
We could get a taste of it. And do like a... How many points are you willing to lose for a video and pick the 3 most points that they're willing
We can figure it out depending on how long we going through this.
Mm-hmm.
None of us really expected. That's what I'm assuming was going on there. We really don't know what Dragon's Devil Fruit is. So many theories. It's likely what.
Wow, this is really just...
This is just Chippy Reviews video. Are you allowed to do this?
Makes the movies in kids'
He is really just taking other people's video.
Like the fact that people guessed right, and people were talking about Queen being a scorpion, so he changed it to a Brachiosaurus, just to surprise us. Because he's been quoted before saying that if...
Well, you gotta have some type of proof that... Because that could just be somebody behind him with a hook or something. This is no evidence that he went, I need something else anymore. Something else now.
It looks like his shoulder pads have horns.
Yeah. You look at the left one.
That's nothing to do with a scorpion.
This has nothing to do with subverting expectations because somebody figures something out.
Oh my god.
No, continue with this one because this is a criticism that we can
figure out aspects of the story.
Dutch
try and
says,
change it.
Chiba Reviews said that Lion King was rip-off without watching
videos in
Simba.
the community frowned
One
and
of
said,
them,
well,
huh?
I love you, Dritz the drag down.
Can't believe Mark is the most consistent person y'all have ever covered. Because he does not change. He is who he is.
And thank you for the super chat.
And thank you for the super chat.
Because he wants to surprise the audience and he doesn't like telling a predictable story.
Subverting expectations.
Why would you, in order to bolster your point more, why would you not show the manga instead of the anime, which takes liberties? You did not prove your point with that one. Whoever this person is, because we didn't even get this is horrible.
Robin is saying, hey, I know Pluton is here. It said it in Alabasta. You didn't think to tell everyone else? But for Robin, it's like a need-to-know basis. Cool, but, a little bit nice. But Robin, doesn't communicate. Straw Hats don't communicate. Alabasta said that Pluton was in Wano. So now we're in Wano. Robin not telling her crew anything. Like, if they pulled up to...
What would be the purpose of telling Luffy that Pluton is here? What does it do?
I don't necessarily think that there's anything to be gained by going, because they're not after the ancient weapons.
They don't care about them.
They're not afraid of the ancient weapons. They're not afraid of other people having the ancient weapons, especially since they don't know what they even are.
The only person to really tell is Frankie. And what is Frankie gonna do? Put it on a ship if he hasn't already put it on a ship?
This is a One Piece YouTuber highlight reel.
Absolutely.
Luffy don't care.
So this is why I triggered his sub to this guy. He takes the points of a lot of YouTubers that are criticizing One Piece and just cuts them up. Sounds like it's time for Mark.
I'm going
because
people are saying stuff that can be argued against.
it's over. It's over. Common courtesy. That's one of the more difficult things with the Straw Hats is that they don't really relay information to each other. Because this was
They don't relay information that they don't care about.
Yeah.
Because
That
again,
doesn't directly
let's say
benefit.
this conversation happens. What is the next step? Oh, Pluton's here?
Okay.
What
What
do you
is
wanna-
it? Where is it?
what
How
do you
we
want us
get
to do?
it? Do we get it? Do they get it? Do we prevent other people from having it? What follows?
really important information. If it's saying that in Wano there's Pluton, Frankie, you don't think Frankie be interested? Luffy? He's, you know.
Frankie knows what Pluton is. He read the blueprints. He don't care.
But Luffy does not care.
It's just, I don't know.
Never told him about his family because Sanji is horribly
Scarred.
He hates his family.
He's emotionally scarred about it.
Zoro, we don't know anything about his family. It's not like
Does Zoro know about his family?
We don't know if he's a prince or something, or they're just like dumb farmers and there's nothing to tell.
Luffy doesn't know about his family, nor care. He didn't know who his father was.
Care, so why would he talk about that thing? And never told them about Pluton. Absolutely, but we already talked about that.
Oda mentions how he made Chopper more of a mascot character in the manga after hearing how cute Ikue Otani's voice was in the anime, despite originally being very against having a mascot character. So, for actual character purposes, this was a big fail. We all know Chopper was much more likable pre-time skip in regards to a character. He's much more lovable and cute now, but he fell into this...
More likable as a character in what basis? For what reason? What changed about Chopper post-time skip that was different from pre-time skip? Don't just say we all know this.
He did the same things because the Mocha thing, where he's just screaming and crying, don't do it, I'm gonna save you, I'm gonna rescue you, I'm gonna save all the children.
Almighty Hugh Hansen says, Chibi is pretty bland.
I see. What's the difference of that and him going, I'm sorry, Dr. Reen, I have to be a monster?
What's the difference between this moment of him going, I'm going to take you out no matter what, and Big Mom, where he goes, I'm going to transform and take us both out?
Dumb criticism.
Dumb stuff.
Merch. We've been saying this, and Oda confirmed what we've been saying. He is merch. He's a mascot. Some people like it.
So is Pikachu. What does that mean?
And why would you not show a side-by-side where you could go, look, he's slimmed down. His face used to be a little bit longer and his jaw was sort of
way
detached.
more.
And why would you not do that instead of just going, nah, this is what it is?
But you said he was much more of a likable character pre-time skip than post-time skip. Where's the evidence of this? What is likable about pre-time skip Chopper that is absent in post-time skip Chopper?
Chopper was likable and is still likable. Yeah, I don't know what... That merch looks fine.
Cute, cuddly, doesn't really have to focus on anything. For others who really enjoy character and character development, he falls short considerably, especially compared to pre-time skip. So here it is. Oda's
just compared to pre-time skip, he just sucks now.
Characters got a lot more development pre-time skip because we were just meeting them and learning about them.
This is a very good snapshot of YouTube analysts where they just say things. This is a good rapid fire of, well, that person just didn't say anything, whoever you are.
Where do you want to go?
Sacrifice, we all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oda doesn't know how to, what is that?
Handle freedom.
I don't care.
Ruined the
Made the
tension.
plot predictable.
Where you at?
Right there.
But didn't they just say that he always subverts and changes things when people are figuring things out? But now it's too predictable?
Nobody cares about the plot.
You guys got the receipts. I need the
Notera
name.
says,
Oh, there it is.
You guys got the receipts. I need the names of the person who requested this vid and everyone who voted for it. Drop them now.
Hey, we could tell who voted for the videos, but people use different names. It's not like they use, hey, it's me, Gavin. Click, click, click. But I'm sure Gavin.
Stop trying to do, oh, hell no. It's not there.
Nobody cares about the plot of One Piece. They care about the story or the mysteries or the...
Isn't the plot the story, and within that story is the mysteries? Isn't that encapsulated within the plot?
Hey, this is actually interesting. You know what? I forgive with the anime snob stuff.
Hang on a second. Give me 1 second.
The main events of a play, novel, movie, or similar work. So people don't care about the main events of what's happening in One Piece. DSP snort sound clip? Yeah, like I said, some things would have to be
Bailey
taken out.
says, he's talking about the fan theories most likely. Master Jinx says, what is the difference between plot and story?
Hey, shut up.
I love to quantify the strength of a fighter by using some sort of numeric. Battle Angel Alita is the
Okay, so
best
this is him.
Oh, this is Anime Thought?
Yes.
Okay.
bounties, but they don't care about the plot, because it's almost always the same. In every arc, the exact same things are happening, so people know.
Oh, dude,
Go
is
to
this a
Island.
troll?
Go to Island. Find out issues of Island. Fight Dictator of Island. Time Bomb.
Holy crap.
The almighty Jew Hansen says, he meant Chopper don't fight as good anymore as pre-time skip, it's horrible. I don't like your face says, I'm not a fan of One Piece. It's not my thing personally, but I acknowledge the good things in it.
Which is all you can
Hanson,
hope for.
if that was the argument, if they had said that, that'd be one thing. But you're implanting an argument for them to make. You're going, he sucks now because of the fights. But I could just be like, no, he sucks now because he doesn't have as many interactions with Nami. And who's right? Because that's not what the muff said. That's the only thing. I can understand that's an argument that could be had. And I'm willing to have that argument. But that's not what their argument
That's not the argument that was presented.
And yeah, it's cool that you don't like One Piece. That's fine. And recognize the quality and stuff like that. That's all cool.
That's all you can hope for.
Nobody's making you like One Piece.
Things will play out. They don't know what the story will be like, but they can certainly predict what will happen in general.
Most people can predict most things that are going to happen in general with most manga. They're going to go here. You can essentially say they're going to go here. There's going to be a conflict. Mm-hmm. The conflict will be resolved.
Yes.
If you want to get as pedantic as possible about a thing. I don't care about that aspect of it. I care about the journey. What is happening in the story beat. I don't care that Hueco Mundo was a mirror copy of Soul Society. I don't give it. I care that it's not a very good arc. If you're a good arc and doing similar things, I don't care. I wouldn't care if Dragon Ball just kept doing the same things over and over again if it was good. Have 40 tournament arcs in a row if every tournament arc is good.
The Straw Hats will go to an island, they will split up, there will be a bad guy who torments the population, Luffy will do something stupid that will take him out of the action, then everyone will come together, help Luffy to recover so he can defeat the big boss,
Master Jinx
and they will
says,
deal.
Little Garden is not the same as Alabasta, and it is not the same as Water 7.
At all.
But he's talking about, I would assume, post-time skip stuff, which is a lot of the very... what? Luffy wasn't taken out in
Whole Cake.
He also wasn't taken out in Fishman Island.
So that's just wrong.
The crew is 10 people. Do you expect the 10 people to
Stay
stick together throughout the entirety of an arc? They're all going to do different things. They always talk about the formula, but not the details. Logtown is not the same as Alabasta. How many people predicted the Toby shit in Naruto? I don't know, 40 fucking tournaments is ridiculous. It was a large number, I understand. But if they're all good, I personally wouldn't care. Like, Ippo is just a bunch of boxing matches. Mm-hmm. I still love Ippo. iShield is just a bunch of football games. I know the rough details of what's going to happen.
So, when you look at something like Luffy versus Kaido, there's only a set amount of things that can happen. Luffy wins, Kaido wins, it's a draw.
They get separated through some outside force.
And just by going, those 4 things could happen. When one of them does happen, I predicted it. So just going, it's predictable, means basically nothing to me because there's fine details within it.
And I care more about the fine details than the, oh my god, it's just happening again.
With their lieutenants. At the end of it, all the bad guys will be defeated and none of the good guys will be dead.
That's not what happened in Shaba Odi.
That's not what happened in Whole Cake.
All the bad guys just weren't defeated.
Several good guys
The
died in
Almighty
Wano.
Hansen says, I am reading Flame of Rekka. It's kinda long with the big tournament arc.
Hey, that tournament arc
is great, though.
It's great.
Rinse and repeat with the next island. When you know what the plot will be like all the time, it makes sense why...
How many horror movies, that's why things are tropes. Because you can look at the things that are going to happen within a genre and go, these things are going to happen. That's not the issue. Why go see any movie? Why see any superhero movie if you roughly know what's going to happen in every superhero movie? Why see any Star Wars movie if you roughly know what's going to happen? Action movie, drama, romance.
Is trash.
Trash!
Impel Down.
Long Ring, Long Island.
Zoe.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck!
Cameron Bailey says, I guess this guy forgot tropes existed.
Like, I'm guessing he hasn't watched One Piece for 10 years. Who knows? Either way, I don't care that I can go, oh, this is gonna happen. I care if it's any good. Unpredictability does not make a thing fresh and exciting and good.
And predictability does not automatically equal boring, as the title says.
A lot of wrestling is, we know who's gonna win, but is the match gonna be any good? And that's what happened in AEW recently. It was basically, I know the Acclaimed are gonna win, but will the match be good? And the match was good, and so the Acclaimed. Because everyone loves the Acclaimed. Nami, I don't scam people. I let y'all run rampant with your money, and you are not good with it. Irresponsible with it. Technically, every JoJo arc is the same. New JoJo makes friends, beats up enemy stand, universe final battle. Absolutely. You could say JoJo's as a overarching thing is predictable. You know what's going to happen in a JoJo. They're going to learn what a stand is. They're going to get their stand. They're going to have to go on some journey to stop some person that's trying to do a thing, whatever.
When you break it down to the base aspects like that, what isn't predictable?
Mm-hmm.
Because a shonen, you're going to fight a big bad. Isn't that predictable?
Battle shonen.
You won't care about it, and why you will instead care more about the story. And since Oda doesn't show most of the story deliberately, so there can be mystery, it makes complete sense.
No, he shows quite a lot of the story. I don't know what aspects of the story he's not showing. Something like Eam, obviously they're not going to show that because we're going to get to that later once that becomes prevalent. The Vegapunk stuff, we'll get to that once it becomes prevalent. You're not gonna go, hey, it's me,
Master
Luffy, King of the Pirates.
Guys, he is right. Whiskey Peak is exactly like Skypia.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Is Avatar bad because you know Aang is gonna fight the Fire Lord?
But a story doesn't happen with, oh my goodness, this is Kuro. But also Kaido's over there and here's his entire backstory. No, we'll get to these moments when they become prevalent for us.
Yes.
And there's also...
Here's the 7 Warlords of the Sea. Arlong is under Jinbei.
But there's also the aspect of it's a mystery. But, it all depends on if you don't like...
the mystery?
Yeah, it just depends on if you don't like
Why
the fact that there's a mystery.
Why would somebody want 100% of the story at all times?
When are we supposed to get the story? There is no set amount of time when we're supposed to get a story. Or the mystery that's been set up earlier. There's no set time for that.
Where's my carrot Oda, you bum? If they dish her on one, I'm going to break his leg in front of his wife and kids.
We don't talk about that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Very much like
people
Bruno.
will be theory crafting about future revelations than enjoying the plot as it happens in the present.
I love what's happening. Yeah. I do
Spider-Man
not
Ward
subscribe
says,
to the...
Axe-Hand Morgan is exactly like Boa Hancock.
Exactly.
Frame for frame.
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, we hereby dub you Dritz the Drag Down.
One Piece is part of a very old genre. It follows the tropes and trappings of the genre, and the arc will start similar in the genre. Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you for the super chat.
I don't understand just the fact that it's just the fact that it's happening is the problem, not what's going on inside of it. You're not arguing about, man, Enderdu sucked. Man, I didn't like Buggy. No, just the fact that this is happening over and over again. Just these things that you could just pick and just go, these are the things that's happening over and over again. Oh my goodness.
With that said, the plot structure wasn't so specific in the early arcs of One Piece. While the Straw Hats were few in numbers, they would get more screen time.
Pause.
Because they were fewer numbers, so they can focus more on 3 characters than 8. How hard is this to understand?
And the whole splitting up thing, that's fine. You know, they split up. Who cares? But Axe-Hand Morgan. Oh, there's a threat. Kill Axe-Hand Morgan. Buggy. Oh, there's a threat. Kill Buggy. Gin. Oh, we're sitting
Master
here
Jinx
and then there's
says,
a big threat. Kill
yes,
Don
please
Creed.
tell me the entire story of this 1,000+ chapter series in chapter 1.
You know what I'm saying? It's just predictable in the fact that certain things are happening over and over again. But here's a villain. We got to beat him. Isn't that predictable? And you're praising it for early stuff. It still happened in the early stuff as well.
I wonder if there's a series he likes. I'd like to know what structurally he enjoys.
But they split up in Alabasta. They split up in Drum Island. They split up in Little Garden. They split up in Skypiea.
They split up in this arc. They split up in Usopp's village,
Syrup Village,
Arlong, Logtown. They've been splitting up since basically...
The ultimate subversion is a plot hole, and finding the line where unpredictability ends and plot holes begins is what makes an author great. He doesn't understand that and fetishes subversions.
I do fetishizes subversion. I don't care about subversion at all.
Yeah, not at all. It is what it is.
To answer what question, Diamond? Or Crazy? I'll just say Crazy.
As having more importance in the plot. Many often forget that Luffy wasn't always the one to defeat the big boss of every arc. Zoro was the one who defeated Morgan, Nami was the one who defeated Buggy.
No, because who sent Buggy flying away? She assisted, absolutely, but and this was in
Legend of Galactic Heroes was terrible. Yes, Luffy got the last hit and sent him flying.
And with Gin, Krieg got back up and Gin just hit him. Luffy took him out. He was done.
Gin was the one who defeated Don Krieg.
This is just a lie.
This is just a lie. Luffy defeated Don Krieg. Defeated him.
A small detail like this one was enough to make every fight to have a less predictable outcome.
No! Luffy defeated Don Krieg.
Who beat Croc?
Is this a troll at this point?
Who beat Moria? Come on, dude. You're not doing that.
Who beat Lucci?
Who beat Kuro?
This is what are we... Come on, dude.
Who beat in Wapple? Shut up.
Once that was gone and Luffy was always defeating the big boss, people just stopped caring about final showdowns.
Yeah, people just stopped caring about final showdowns. I could just say that, and it's true, because I'm saying it.
I would not care more if it was Sanji
Master
versus
Jinx
Lucci.
says, the most unpredictable story to ever be created would probably be terrible and not make any sense. Why would you want that?
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Who would clap more if it was Sanji versus Lucci versus Luffy versus Lucci? Just because it's not Luffy fighting him.
But yeah, so something like what Jinx
525 says, this guy is giving me Shinobi vibes from early EFAP, the guy who was trying to defend Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, that was some trash.
What are you talking about? Don Krieg was 1,000 times stronger when he got up.
But yeah, what Jinx said, if it was so unpredictable and Usopp was the one who's like, leave Lucci to me, here comes my special technique.
Where he was like, come up here, big cat, let's fight, and then he just beats him.
That's unpredictable, but I'd be like, what the what?
Naki Hollis says, so we're going by the I got the last hit so I did it rule. Like we're still free, good to know.
But that can't be, because he said Buggy was defeated by Nami when Luffy got the last hit.
He's literally just lying here.
So are we going by last hit or the person that defeated him?
Because in this aspect, Buggy didn't just roll away. I don't know what he thought happened, but this was not the end of the fight.
I like that.
So he can't be like, this person caused the villain to be defeated, because he says that Gin took out Don Krieg.
Yep.
Even though Luffy was the one that caused Don Krieg to be defeated. So he can't even do that. So he's just lying.
The last arc of every arc became the least interesting, since you know what will happen. Luffy will beat the bad guy and no good guys will die.
Shabaroni, that didn't happen. Marineford, that didn't happen. Impel Down, that didn't happen. I don't know what to tell you. Whole Cake, that didn't happen. Wano, that didn't happen.
Zoe, that didn't happen.
Not Wano, Zoe. I meant Zoe. It totally happened in Wano. But yeah.
Amazon Lily didn't happen.
Going into Dressrosa, nobody could tell.
Big
I
Bad
wouldn't
Mademoiselle.
think that.
Hope says, Don Krieg was 48 years ago, get over it.
Man, I still kind of want him to come back. Because he was just like, I'll see you in the Grand Line. It just didn't. He's dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
They
were on a
suck.
little rafter with 17 people. Yeah, no, they're dead.
But you can go, yeah, Luffy's going to beat Doflamingo. But what role is Law going to play into it? What role is Sludge Man going to play into it? Dofi do. What is that guy's name? I can forget his name. I like him though. I like him a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of Treble, yeah. There's a lot of small moving parts like that. You can just go, yeah, he defeats the villain. Batman's gonna beat the Joker.
Are people really crying that main hero beats villain of
Apparently. Because that was Driss's issue as well.
Why would this be an issue?
Luffy beats the bad guy. I mean, I hope he does. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with the strongest guy.
Hey, there's a team up in a Superman comic, but Superman always beats the bad guy. Why can't it be Green Lantern beating?
Yeah, Logtown just didn't happen. Where Luffy did not beat the main villain.
There have been probably 7 arcs where Luffy did not beat the main villain. Can someone tell me what's going on here, because I'm in lost? This is the TheAnimeSnob. He likes to cut up a lot of One Piece criticisms on YouTube and creates videos to them. And then he also has his own criticism. This is one of his own criticisms.
We've oddly enough gotten a lot from it.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Foda had kept the simple element of a different character being the one who defeats the big boss. Final showdowns wouldn't be so boring. People
They would be
absolute.
They would be boring.
Horrible.
They're boring if it's not interesting within the fight itself.
So, okay, so once there's a string of 6 or 7 arcs where Luffy does not beat the final villain, isn't that formulaic in the fact that Luffy, the main character, is not beating the final boss? And isn't that becoming predictable because we know that Luffy won't defeat the final boss?
Kuma almost kills the Straw
win.
Hats, and that's predictable?
Yeah. Horribly predictable. I was thinking that as well. As soon as they stepped on Shop, he's like, yeah, where's Kuma? Yeah, the Admirals, Rayleigh, we know.
Oh no, the main character beat the main villain. This is terrible. Who could possibly want that to happen?
would enjoy the plot more and would theorycraft less, since they would actually give a damn about what is going on now instead of what the story will be like in the future.
You can see a single chapter and think about what's going on right now. There are 7 bodies of spoilers for One Piece, the recent chapter of One Piece. There are 7 bodies for Vegapunk. I'm like, yo, because my mind instantly went to 7 bodies, 3 members of CP0. That's 10 people. Is everybody getting a fight? What's going on here?
Boy, squealed when I saw my boy Kaku.
525 says, "AnimeSnob very much likes Demon Slayer. Here are some of his reasons are listed as 1.
No.
Animation. 2. It's a fighting shonen. 3. Death is permanent. 4. Pacing is great. 5. Plot is easy to follow."
Pacing
Cyberman
is great.
Worf says,
This is why
"The
Trigger
Room is
loves
an
him."
amazing story, but Tommy Wiseau doesn't defeat the bad guy."
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I think we can get one more.
We can get a couple more, I say.
I mean, it does. It depends because we're already near the middle.
But the whole thing is, how much are we gonna watch of the Mark video? And then, cause we gotta give them something.
Yeah.
But go back up. I wasn't looking at the titles. No, that's fine.
Yep.
With future what?
With future events. He ruined present events.
With future hype. Let's hear it.
Chapter 49.
Why is it
Chapter
issues with One Piece
49?
31? Okay, so this is chapter 49 of One Piece is where Mihawk shows up.
No.
Okay. So all the fights are boring and predictable. So Luffy versus Usopp was predictable. Oh, that was so good. And that's the problem with totality. Something like this breaks it down where you just go, so that was predictable? No, that's the liar. And then you bring up more and more and more. Like, okay, so they're not all predictable. Don't say things that you don't mean. And that's why I hate all. But also that I would like to talk to AnimeSnob. I'm realizing that. Thank you for the super chat as well.
We see Oda hyping up future events. It's when Mihawk appears, the character that eclipses in power everyone else. He shows off how amazing he is, and then leaves without doing his job, which is defeating pirates who enter the Red Line.
Pause, that's not his job. The Shichibukai's jobs are not to defeat pirates.
They're to do whatever they want, and then when the government calls them, they do whatever the government is calling them for.
They are not pirate hunters. He was chasing Don Krieg because he was bored and he thought it was fun. You've completely misconstrued the jobs of the Shichibukai.
Boy, I hope this is just a troll guy. I sincerely, with all my heart.
For 40-something parts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Luffy versus Foxy was boring because it was predictable. Absolutely not. I love that fight, and it was absolutely not predictable. How is he gonna win? He got a mirror in his fist and just went, "Oh, so you slow now? How about a little bit it is?" Oh, that is so good.
Encounter and to see if Zoro can defeat him in a rematch. Superficially, this is a good thing since the reader is given something to look forward to.
How's it superficially a good?
In private.
And also, it can't be a good thing because now we have to have theories about how does Zoro defeat Mihawk based upon everything that we've seen. And as you said before, theories are bad.
Oh, balance.
It should be in the moment.
Give up on the all hell no people. Just give up on them. Don't time nobody. They're gonna do what they do.
So it takes away the importance of present events. Don Krieg was the villain of the arc, and he got eclipsed by a guy who came in, showed off, and then disappeared.
Like Moria? Who cares?
Yeah, this isn't an argument. He's the villain of the arc, and we took care of him. It's not like Mihawk took care of him. It's not like he was even eclipsed because Mihawk was not an antagonistic force against Luffy. He wasn't even against Zoro. Zoro stepped up and got knocked down.
And at the end of it, Don Krieg was still a threat to everybody on the ship and Luffy. So he eclipsed him in strength, but there's still a problem right now.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck.
Yeah, just stop your sentences. Nobody's listening to you.
Basically, Mihawk stole the thunder from Don Krieg and made the whole arc to feel like a prelude of things to come instead of letting what is happening now to be important by itself.
It was still important.
Yes, it was absolutely important.
You can't set things off. Set things up while another thing is going on and still make the initial thing important. Because what was happening in Thriller Bark was still important, absent of whatever Kuma was doing.
What was taken away by Mihawk's appearance here?
Yeah, we're gonna check the comments after the video is complete. I'm gonna go back to the one we just watched too.
I'm gonna look at this one real quick.
I mean, I can just scroll down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. One Piece ceased to be interesting the minute
we can finish the actual video.
Yeah, that was my whole point.
Okay, yeah. But then you just did it.
Because you went, I'm gonna just look at the
But then I stopped, didn't I?
Because I said I could just scroll down.
I figured, alright, cool.
Alright, whatever.
A lot of fanboys will consider this to be nitpicking, since they are convinced everything in One Piece is connected.
Pause.
Everything is not connected.
I always hate just going instantly with the fanboys thing. You don't need to just label anybody who defends One Piece instantly a fanboy, because you don't know these people. You don't know how much they like One Piece. You don't know how much they defend One Piece. If I go into the comments and go, no, you're wrong, you're going to call me a fanboy without knowing anything about me. I always hate just that label and dismiss bull crap.
But are we supposed to dismiss you as a hater?
Says, I am not gonna lie, I am just waiting until Mark, because this is just a non-interesting Mark at least brings new funny shit up.
For showing a character that will reappear hundreds of chapters later is a sign of good writing, even if he is way more powerful than the current characters.
And now we need to figure out how is Zoro going to get up to that level when he didn't even use his big sword. He used a little tiny baby knife against 3 swords when we've seen Zoro take out almost everybody that he's come up against very easily. Now we need to figure out how is he going to get up to that level. Yes, instead of going, I want to be the strongest swordsman and not having any sort of level for him to strive to, we now know, oh, that's the strongest dude. We've seen Zoro's level, we've seen this guy's level, and now we can see this Zoro going up to this guy's level. What's the issue with that?
I made angry videos in the community.
What a perfect time!
You Dritz the drag down.
My God, I think this man just found a new tool in storytelling. We should call it foreshadowing.
Way he didn't pop into existence in the arc he was relevant. He was introduced way earlier, so the reader will not think he didn't exist up until that moment.
Pause.
On paper,
so do we need an arc surrounding Mihawk where we can't defeat him? So what do we have to do in order
Master
to...
Jinx says, Demon Slayer has the worst pacing of anything I ever read. It moved so fast it was impossible for me to care about anything that happened. Sorry to be off topic, I didn't have the points earlier.
That's no problem. There are moments where it's just foot on the gas. The training is a perfect example. Even though it was basic training, it was way too fast. But yeah, going back to this, what is he...
Degenerocity 525 says, where's the top 10 list of swordsmen Zoro's gotta beat?
There's that number 10, the rankings. But what does he want to happen in terms of Mihawk? Does he want his own little arc where they cannot defeat him and they need to run? Because
I would assume what he wanted was for this arc to happen, some feat of strength for Mihawk to happen elsewhere in the world and go, that's the guy Zoro has to beat.
I would not like that. Basic training?
Basic training. This is basic training, y'all. Look at all the stuff he going through.
Cameron Bailey says, people like fast-paced stories nowadays.
Yeah, because I feel like the attention span of people has lowered thanks to the internet. So they need things to be snappy and quick and get to the thing and hurry up and get to the thing. If you guys are serious, I can set up something. He is active on Discord. Snob, I mean, of course we're serious. We'll talk to anybody about anything.
Absolutely. Especially if he's bringing points like this, I need to know. I need to know his detailed thoughts about things instead of just going whatever, blah blah blah. Point 3-minute thing of just going. I would like to know what he would want for Mihawk instead of this.
Correct, and Oda would get away with it if he had pre-planned everything in the plot, which he didn't. He has
How can you pre-plan everything in a plot?
That's impossible.
Especially with editor mandates. If you plan everything, you don't know what's going to hit or not. They could be like, yo, the readers are more gravitating towards faster paced fight stuff. Do more of that. But I got all the story stuff. Scrap it. So now, even though he does have everything planned out, he can't use it. He's not a man on an island by himself. And Monkey just have Flight of Fancies, yo. I kind of want to. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I want to kind of just want to do this. And what's wrong with that?
If he had everything planned out, the story would have ended when he initially thought it was going to end in 5 years.
Admitted that the Senchibukai and the Yonko are characters he added along the way for building up the hype of things to come. They didn't exist initially.
Show me anything that says he made them to build up the hype for things to come. Because that's your point of this video, the future hype. So you're just ascribing him going, it's for the future hype stuff. Instead of whatever the point of him actually doing it was. That's very disingenuous.
That's why I like to animate it slower. The manga was uncomfortably fast.
Created them so the audience will have something to anticipate. And he even...
Are you really saying it's a bad thing he created anticipation for future events while current events are happening?
Isn't the very first chapter of My Treasure Is Out There, go find it, isn't that current current events and future hype? Because we don't know what it is, where it is. Is that also going into the theory stuff, which you said that the theory stuff wouldn't happen because of earlier...
And doubled down on that since Mihawk was the only one who was revealed to the audience in the next chapter after he was mentioned. We see him and we know what he is capable of right away.
Zoro mentioned that he wanted to be the strongest swordsman way earlier than that. I think it was Krieg that just went, we're here because of Mihawk, and
Zoro was like, Mihawk.
Yeah. But he had already mentioned about the whole world's strongest swordsman thing.
Of the other characters that will be mentioned will not be shown for a very long time. They will be nothing more than a black silhouette so the audience can theory craft all they want about.
Okay, so
does revealing them hate theory crafting so much?
Revealing them shortly after being mentioned in an issue and also not bringing them up for a very long time is also an issue. What is the perfect amount of time for somebody to be mentioned and to be story relevant for AnimeSnob?
Okay, I see now. All hell no just has to be a soundbite. So look at the redeem list and tell me what I should take out for all hell no.
Them. Meanwhile, Oda didn't bother much with them since he didn't actually thought about how they look or what powers they have. He just hyped them up and stopped there until the proper time comes.
Pause. Okay, so what's the issue with going, right now we are in the weakest ocean. These people are in the strongest ocean. Why should we mention them and bring them up and all their powers and stuff until the moment that we need to?
Take out Shield, okay. So Shield might go.
What's the Shield one?
I want to find a clip of Shields up for when Opinion Shields come out. But I couldn't find it, so right now it's just he's hiding behind a shield. Okay. But eventually I want it to be Shields up. So
he deliberately devalued.
I mean, honestly, the time machine with DSP can go.
The events that
but you should learn. You should learn.
Happen now for inflating the value of events that haven't happened yet.
Master Jinx says, I don't want the story to hurry up and get to the plot and get to the action. I want the story to give me something to care about and become invested in that way I care when the plot starts moving.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with anticipating something happening. Especially when you consider that the world's strongest swordsman just rocked up. Who else could just rock up? And this time they won't be friendly as Mihawk and just go, nah, y'all cool.
Balance, DA tipped DSP once. And one of the sound bites is what happened there with the exclamation point time, which is probably going to start playing soon.
DA took me $1.50, and he's talking about a time machine being ready. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but thanks for the tip. Okay.
Ridiculous. Offensive.
DA?
DA?
Why is that a question mark? DA? Sent me $1.10 and said something about a time machine being ready.
Normally would never have happened because they concern characters that were not thought out and were nothing more than a freaking black silhouette. The Senchibukai and the Yonko didn't exist initially. This gimmick is an
No, they did exist, but the finer points of them didn't exist.
I think he's talking about chapter 1. They do
Oh,
not
yeah.
exist. Which is not an issue.
Artificial addition for making you care more about what's coming.
Did he say it's an artificial addition?
The value of events that haven't happened that were not thought out and were nothing more than a freaking black silhouette. The Senchibukai and the Yonko didn't exist initially. This gimmick is an artificial addition for making...
It's an
artificial addition.
What's an organic addition versus an artificial addition?
I don't see the issue with the world government going, we need to get pirates to fight pirates in case of the time we need to fight them. So we would give them free reign to do whatever they want because we need to keep this balance of power in check.
Could the Shichibukai, the original Shichibukai, have had held their own or even taken out one of the emperors?
I think the emperors themselves, maybe, but the emperor and the crew is the issue.
Just the emperor themselves.
Because Mihawk, the strongest man in the world, is just like, I want to see what the distance between me and Whitebeard is. So he's already knows that he's getting clapped by Whitebeard. Moria's not doing much. We don't know if he would get turned into stone by Boa. If he doesn't, she's destroyed. Kuma could blip him away, but he might be fast enough to stop that.
It would definitely be a fight.
Yeah. But if we're just going battlefield removal, blip away, Kuma's just... What do we need any of the other Shichibukai for? Blip him away into the bottom of the ocean, dead.
Oda planned out the Yonko, but 7 warlords were later added. Okay.
Can you care more about what's coming than what's happening now?
No, you can build that anticipation, and now that thing is done, and in the future it's going to be awesome, but right now we're still in trouble.
I can also care about things right now and in the future. That's totally possible.
It's just like people going, why do you care about this when there's real issues in the world? You can care about more than one thing at a time. My attention is not so laser focused that I see doorknob and I can't go, oh, white wall, poster. It's just doorknob.
Crap, I forgot to defrost my chicken. Well, there's children starving in Africa. Well, yeah, but I can't do nothing about that, really. I can only do so much, and I'm hungry.
That's why everyone is now theory crafting about what will happen next.
No, they're theory crafting because Oda has implemented a lot of mysteries that need to be solved eventually, and they're having fun trying to solve those mysteries. It's just like when Lost was going on. If there is a mystery presented, people like to try to solve it.
Chapter 1, where is the One Piece? How will Luffy get to it? Let's do the theories. Luffy said that he wanted 10 people before going into the Grand Line. Who are those 10 people gonna be? Whatever question is presented, there's gonna be theories. And there's nothing wrong with theories. This man is the anti-Dritz.
Care about the present. It has been devalued so much, it feels like a drop in the ocean compared to what is to come. And what is to come is not...
It literally is a drop in the ocean compared to what's to come, but that doesn't mean what's happening right now is still not an issue. That just means in the future it's going to be an even further issue.
And let's just take him at 100% face value. The current stuff is being devalued for the future stuff. What happens when you get
Creative
to that
username
future
says,
stuff?
well, a theory is saying that Gammon from chapter 22 was basically a metaphor for Roger.
Gaimon?
I heard that, actually. I've seen that on Reddit. I don't like it. And I don't like you talking about all this theory crap. But, yeah, like I was saying, he's taking them at 100% face value. The current stuff is getting ruined for future stuff. Once we get to that future stuff, what's your argument? Once we get to see what Mihawk can do in Marineford, and we know that he wasn't even trying a fraction against Zoro, now what? Now what's the argument? Because
Satanel is best persona
the present
says,
stuff is the important
I don't get
stuff.
what this guy is going on about.
He's just pontific. He is just spouting trash.
One more, or do we go to Mark?
And because those...
Let's say if there's a very, very good one.
Characters don't exist beyond having a name and a title. And that's why Oda is not a genius.
Ruin bounties.
Not having powerful bounty hunters.
Threat of the red line with constant plot armor. Reward system with future hype. Heroism by making it all about food bribes.
So here's
Master Jinx says, if anyone theory crafts about any series, that must mean they don't care about what is currently happening in the series.
Must be.
Here's what I say that we do. The anime snob ones are infinitely more
interesting.
Those
are the 2-minute ones, 2-3-minute ones.
So I say that we go on over to Mark and maybe come back once I gather the ones that are purely anime snob.
I mean, but we already see those. There's this one.
But how many or more are we gonna do? Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, we could also just do whatever looks interesting.
Yeah,
that's also a thing.
How about this? We go through Mark. We do that, and we pepper in AnimeSnob videos every now and then in future streams.
Yeah. Watch his Demon Slayer videos. Can we check out? Can we just peek our head in real quick for the Demon Slayer? We're always good for Demon Slayers. Yeah, that was a solid hour and 15 of actual viewer request month. Could you go back?
For what?
Analyzing the Naruto manga 13, Neji was right.
The Neji was right finale, so it's probably a series of Neji's was rights.
Could you look up Naruto as well for this dude? Because if he's a Naruto fan, we got some even more problems.
Let's just go.
Here is something that seems great on the surface and becomes shit the more you think about it.
Okay, he doesn't like it. That's all I need to know. Demon Slayer. What Demon Slayer video? Because he's got 1,000. TV reason why Demon Slayer became...
It's a 5-minute video!
I had a chat with someone who insisted Demon Slayer did not become such a success just because of the animation. Up to a point he was right, since if animation alone was enough, then every well-animated anime would be a success, something which is not true. So I
Cyberman
compiled
War
a list of
says,
10
Mark time yet?
It's very close.
We're getting there.
things that made Demon Slayer the success it is, with the first one still being the animation. Don't fool yourselves to think it would be the success it is if the pretty colors weren't so pretty. Modern audiences became addicted to it so much, it eclipsed any other reason for watching something. Even if you put together the other 9 reasons that follow, they're still not gonna be as important as the pretty colors. With that said, here they are, despite not being that important, yet helping out in making Demon Slayer to stand out amongst other well-animated series. Number 2, it's a fighting shonen. Holy crap, who could have predicted that most people who
Okay, so pretty and fighting shonen. No, don't spoil it!
It sounds like he's joking about it. He doesn't sound serious. Who could have predicted it's a fighting shonen?
But we haven't heard any of his arguments about that.
Okay.
Anime don't like comedy or a drama or a romance as much as they like action. It's not just the animation, it's the well-animated and rather brutal action scenes, a prime attraction of anime in general. Number 3. Death is permanent. This shouldn't be a reason, and yet it has become a reason because most action anime chicken out when it comes to killing characters and leaving them dead. Magic resurrections and
One Piece, Naruto, Fairy Tail. What else you got? Don't say most if you're not going to mention what they are.
Death Note.
Time resets and alternative timelines became so commonplace, it actually became rare to find an anime where people stay dead. Demon Slayer is one of those rare cases. Number 4, the pacing is great. Although most people watch anime for the action, one of the huge detractors fighting shonen have is the stretched out duration with slow pacing and a ton of filler episodes. Demon Slayer doesn't do that.
Filler episodes.
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, we hereby dub you Dritz the Drag Down.
Trigger versus AnimeSnob versus Dritz would be legendary.
It would be horrible.
Legendarily horrible, though.
My goodness.
Would that be the greatest revisited we've ever done?
No.
Oh, no.
There is clear plot progression even in the action-free build-up episodes. Number 5. The plot is easy to follow. Believe it or not, most people do not expect an action show to be super complex with constant plot twists, multi-layered mysteries, and a whole bunch of other convoluted bullshit that demand from them to think for hours what the shit is going on, only to get a complete train wreck that doesn't make any sense, contradicts its earlier messages, and in general confuses them more than
Different from other things is a lot of this argument. And it's not.
Your average fan wants things to be simple. Guy swing sword, stuff explode. It doesn't have to be more complex than that. Demon Slayer, with its generic and simple to follow story, gives you exactly that. Number 6. Ideal setting. Escapism can have mass appeal when it keeps the best aspects and disregards everything that makes it look bad. The setting of Demon Slayer is Japan in its coolest form. Nothing but stuff people want to see in order to be impressed.
Feudal Japan is the coolest form of Japan? That's the escapism? That's what people want to go to?
Boy, Inuyasha should have blew up.
I don't think so. Who's fetishizing feudal Japan?
People love feudal Japan.
And ninjas and kimonos and all those stereotypes we expect to see in
There's
Japan.
one ninja!
Stereotypes. That's what we're clapping for?
At the same time, it completely disregards everything that would not make it cool, such as showing us what a bunch of xenophobic fascist chauvinists the Japanese used to be at the time period the story is supposed to be taking place in. If any of those nasty bits were showing...
Master Jinx says, I hate Demon Slayer so much because very few of the characters are explored and developed to any extent. They are mostly just fight avatars.
Mostly.
Yeah, and then once they do to get developed, it's all just a bucket dump at the end.
Hey, I was willing to spoil it. Sam Josh. This was the guy that was like, no.
Yeah. Find you a comment that agrees with you.
That's correct. That's correct.
The story is supposed to be taking place in. If any of those nasty bits were showing, there would be many who would be bothered and they wouldn't like the show. Number 7. Everyone.
It's comfortable?
Yeah.
What do you mean by backdrop? It's the Taisho era, not feudal Japan.
Backdrop. Any show with a large cast has a harder time to show everybody's backdrop story. There is simply not.
What the it's a backdrop story. It's just a backstory.
I'm just gonna say that English is not this individual's first
Okay,
language.
even so, who in Shonen hasn't gotten a backstory that is of the main group?
Satanel is best persona says, while I enjoy Demon Slayer, it does a good chunk of its stuff very badly.
Very
quite
bad.
a lot, very bad.
It whitewashed history so we don't feel icky. The hell is this guy talking about? Are there even foreigners in Demon Slayer? No, I think it's all Japanese.
So who would they be racist against? Especially since we don't see the government.
Enough time to do that, resulting to most secondary characters being left without one and feeling flat as a result. In Demon Slayer, everyone has a tragic past that makes him more than a generic swordsman or a generic monster. Obviously, this is achieved through the cheap method of showing someone's life story as he's dying, but then again, your average anime fan doesn't know shit about good writing and is pleased with a sad flashback, regardless of...
So they're just fine with whatever you get as long as you get it.
Have you not seen this channel before?
I'm just saying, this is nothing. So you're going, it's not good that they do it like this, but people don't care as long as they get it. That's not a good point.
Then it is. Number 8. Everyone has a badass mode.
Do we want to see the last two?
I think we're done.
Okay. What's the last two? I'm not listening to badass mode. Family bonds. Oh yeah, we're not listening to this. We're not listening to this.
Hope says, so it's good because it's bad and the fans are dumb?
Yes! I guess not.
So Demon Slayer is as honest as the Woman King. Good to know. Oh, dude, I've heard the big stink.
Boy,
the big stink.
What thank you for the super chat.
What do we want to do? What do we want to do?
Like I said, the Substitute Soul Society is a Substitute Shinigami and the Soul Society. Those are things that I think are good.
So Mark's probably gonna go, oh, they're
can
good.
Can we look at the beginning of his part 1 to see what his past and...
I see Naruto.
Oh, of course. Where's Dragon Ball? Pause.
I'd be like,
we can't do that because a lot of people in the Discord have already watched. I was gonna be like, we'll do a bet for how long before he mentions Dragon Ball for the first time. But people have already seen this in the Discord.
That's not fair.
if I said I wasn't a little nervous to write this video. In 2020, I reviewed Eiichiro Oda's magnum opus, One Piece. In 2021, I reviewed Masashi
Is this mother in Persona music?
Kishimoto's mega hit Naruto. And I think, finally, the time has come for me to finish what I started. You see, during the 2000s, alongside One Piece and Naruto, there stood
we know about the big three, Mark. We know. No, just shut up. We know about the big three. Everybody knows about the big three. We don't need this backstory. You didn't know about the big three, Mark. Who are you talking to? Who are you selling this on? No, Mark, already. Stop.
I think I am going to start doing a bingo card, and if somebody hits bingo, we'll give them a bunch of points. Hey, Anko, you do not know how many times I've listened to the earthy taste bit of that revisiting. It is an unhealthy amount.
Within Shonen Jump. Another edgy and now widely controversial series called Bleach.
Edgy?
Written by the amazing
controversial?
Kubo, Bleach is a wickedly
Could you go back?
No,
go back.
Wickedly popular series, and to this day,
still gotta go further back.
Cyberman Worf says, "This Mark video that we are about to watch will be a good one, in my opinion at least. Let me explain. I am the Mark writer guy, and thus I'm extremely biased. At least that is what I think."
Oh, it just gives me horrible douche chills all the time. I'm just like, you shouldn't be able to do that so well.
Bleach. Written by the amazingly talented Tite Kubo.
Pause. The amazingly talented. This is part 1 of your Substitute Shinigami arc. You don't know this man.
You don't know how
Why you
talented
calling him
he is.
amazingly talented? His drawings were okay back then. What was he amazingly talented at?
Drawing?
Don't do this already, Mark.
What? Don't
Master
already
Jinx
be hyped?
says,
Come on.
"The family bonds in Demon Slayer are terrible. We never see these characters interact with each other, so I don't care about any of the characters or the bonds they supposedly share."
Don't care.
Yeah, but in 30 seconds, he can just go to they're good. Can we go to the description real quick?
Worf, we will not be talking about how he said that.
Yeah, we can't talk about everything.
Bleach by Tite Kubo is a story unlike any I've come. Oh my goodness!
Come on already! Mark. Even before we press play, he's already into it.
It's unlike any story I've ever covered. Over the years, I've created
covered 6 things!
Over the years, I've created a number of blind reviews for some of the most popular series to come out of Japan, and since completing both Naruto and One Piece, thousands of you have recommended I take a look at Bleach. Bleach and I have a complicated relationship, made all the more messy thanks to the current online situation regarding the series. 10 years ago, I watched a very short portion of the anime with my friends but couldn't get into the series. However, now that the anime is returning, I think now is the perfect time to not only make good on all those requests from all of you, but the perfect opportunity to give this series another chance in my preferred medium, manga. So join me on this journey as I explore and experience Bleach's manga for the first time and once and for all complete my review series of the Big Three, covering the adventures of Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, Iryu, and Rukia won't be easy, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. First up on the shopping block,
easy. It's shorter than Naruto and in One Piece.
Is the 70 chapter long Substitute Shinigami arc. Let's see what the Land of Soul Reapers and Hollows has in store for us.
How is he gonna feel about the fake Katakura Town stuff when he's already said that the action and the hype stuff isn't what he's here for? He's gonna poo all over 1,000-Year Blood War.
How can you? It's the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Mark getting on that hype wagon.
Oh, absolutely! It's the perfect time.
Are people happy to see that bad art coming up in the anime? Are you kidding me? Go ahead and look at DBZ Imran. He hadn't stopped coming.
You think snow is what we're about to get in a month? No, residue of jizz.
Bleach is a wickedly popular series and to this day retains an enormous and dedicated fan base.
What series doesn't if it was large enough at some portion of time?
Yeah.
I'm sure I can go to the Lost Reddit and see a dedicated group of fans.
To this day.
Manifest was canceled before it got its. I'm sure there's huge Manifest
We
fans.
hype up Yu as
Blaze Ryder
often
says,
as we can.
should we give Bleach fans a jar?
The jar over filleth. Wait, I think the first episode did come out. Or is it about to come out? No, Chainsaw Man, the first episode came out.
Right now, I did not expect something I wanted to get, and that is Luffy versus Bomb in full competition. I really want to see that, and that is why I love One Piece. Sorry, I'm ready. Oh, don't worry about it. There's nothing.
Bonnie is... I like her
Okay,
dynamic quite a lot
29XJEX
with
says,
them.
AW hell no.
Oh, hell no.
But Jinbei is just stinking up.
He is stinking up the dirt.
One True King says, in my opinion, from my perspective, you're entitled to disagree.
Shut
What I
up!
believe is I think there's some themes here. At least that's what I think.
All those qualifiers, I f***ing hate them.
You know number one waifu Orihime would go in the jar? Come on now.
The likes of which would intimidate any online critic, myself included.
I'm sorry, what?
Fan base. The likes of which would intimidate
fan
any
base.
online critic, myself included.
I didn't intimidate us!
Why would it, Mark?
Because he doesn't like criticism.
Big
He
Bad
doesn't like that.
Mademoiselle. Hope says,
Go against me.
he gonna drop it 57 chapters from the end like me. Do you care about Izuru, Kira, and a Quincy that was just introduced this chapter and have them this isn't my final power for 6 chapters?
He's not gonna drop it. He absolutely can. He's built in with it. That's not who Mark is. Mark is a lot of things, but he is not a quitter. But again, this whole this is intimidating even because it has a large fan base. So if you reviewed this and didn't like it, would you stop because of the rabbit fan base? Why would you be worried about these people? They are people.
Yeah, that was it. I need to find Shields Up, but it's going away anyway. An issue I had with Bleach is that the main group never seemed like friends, like the Straw Hats do stuff together. In Bleach, they more are like comrades when it's Ichigo say, let's play basketball.
Yeah, there are certain moments where they're just hanging out in class where it's something. The filler, the shorter fillers, the like 1 or 2 episode fillers, they get into that quite a lot because I'm just slowly rewatching the fillers because for some reason, I don't know. I actually don't remember why, but I just went to a filler guide and I just downloaded all the filler episodes and I'm going through them.
Nobody scammed. I
Scammed again.
I upped the percentage of winning.
Yeah,
I did
hate to see
everything
it.
I possibly could to help you cucks. And y'all still can't win? And somehow that's my fault? My problem?
The almighty Jew Hansen says, I am back, what did I miss D?
You didn't miss much. It was some
We're gonna go through the anime snob stuff and get the good stuff, and we're gonna pepper it in every now and again. And now we're just on to Mark, and we're just gonna skip through it a little bit. That Dragon Ball arc might be interesting to poke our head in.
Where you at?
And the One Piece one.
Oh yeah.
Master Jinx says, I don't care if people love the things I hate, I still tell why I believe the series they love is garbage with as much detail as possible.
I like how it played over that. I don't care if people love the things I hate. I still tell why I believe the series they love is garbage with as much detail as possible. Yeah, as long as you're giving detail, I don't care. Y'all seen that episode 19?
19.
You also never showed the screen of the odds. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to bring up the chat bot right now and show the thing odds?
We gotta get through this.
I had thought I would avoid writing a review for this series altogether. I've seen what's happened to others in the past that have spoken ill of this
Jet
series.
Black J says, Bleach fans are Sonic fans, but they didn't have a franchise to stand on for a bit. Sonic, for a while. Jokes aside, I think Mark is gonna go easy on War Arc because Kubo wasn't able to finish properly.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna take it easy on it. But my whole thing is he's already said that he doesn't really prefer the action stuff and the hype stuff, and that's a lot of that stuff. But he's going that he was worried about Bleach. Was he not worried about One Piece?
I don't think the fan base is as rabid in terms of the negativity that you might have for One Piece.
he would have to
slight
qualify that though. He would have to
thing
know
is-
about the fan bases going into it, and how would he know that data?
Look at it like this. What you're doing is essentially kicking an animal. Now, if an animal has been beaten down nearly all their life, you kick them, they're gonna snap back, or they're gonna be cowering. They're gonna have a much more visceral reaction to a dog that gets stepped on mistakenly or something every now and then.
I don't see the analogy.
Basically, because of how much has happened to them, they are much more apt to a visceral reaction.
Or they could just cower.
No, but that's still a visceral reaction.
But also the fact that One Piece is so good, and a lot of people proclaim it to be so good, once people hear negative things about it, don't you think that they're going to jump on that?
I can't say that because I don't know many prominent negative One Piece critics.
What are the prominent negative Bleach ones?
People. The general audience is the negative of Bleach, just like with Fairy Tail.
But there's general audience that are negative with One Piece.
I don't think it's anywhere near the same.
But
like
again,
a casual viewer,
the whole thing is Mark would have to have that data, and
where
does he have
that data? That's the issue.
That's my biggest thing.
But
how do you get that data? Where is that data?
Even
How
on
do
the
you quantify
peripheral, you see how much Bleach fans have been beaten down, and how much they fight back against.
I can't say that one.
Okay,
because
so
I
just
can't
go.
say that they fight back any more than any other
Okay,
series.
so we'll
even
just
though
go.
I'm within the larger fan base.
But Mark has already seen. He said he's seen when people criticize this.
Yes, but I've seen when people criticize One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, and it's
I haven't seen the One Piece.
I can't say
I've
that
seen Naruto.
1,000 people are defending Bleach, 50 people are defending
Master
Naruto, and
Jinx
50 people are
says,
defending
Demon
One Piece.
Slayer is the series one hate the most, but I have only read the manga and will never watch episode 19 even though I own the Blu-ray because I bought it before I read the manga.
Let's put it on episode 19. We getting this stream taken down.
But I understand what you're saying. No, I remember that part.
I just didn't feel like poking the bull. However, I have received thousands, and I mean thousands of comments over the last...
Mark is so willing to do exactly what his audience wants, but he's so afraid of what the audience may think.
If he isn't in line with what the audience already believes.
So he has to fit into this very tiny niche.
Of not trying to alienate them.
Otherwise, it shields up.
OK29XJEX says, it's just a cartoon, the end.
It's just a cartoon. Why care about it? You know what? You're right. It's just a cartoon. We're not supposed to care about it. Jesus.
Nami the Goat says, did y'all see episode 19 and BG is King Scammer though? LA says, that Super Eye Patch Wolf video kinda set a false narrative for Bleach criticism.
Yeah, that was
Balance Breaker 777 says,
wow, y'all went crazy.
Bleach fans are known for being vicious like Sonic fans being creepy.
There you go.
But the Super Eye Patch Wolf one, yeah, that was sort of, that was the kickoff point. That was kind of the Giggux thing.
Yeah.
And Bleach fans, again, I can't say Bleach fans any more so than other fans. But again, I don't have the numbers. I would like to know how Mark quantify those numbers.
few months asking, pleading, begging, screaming, clambering, jostling, in that order, for me to review and cover their favorite story, Bleach. So I guess it's time to finish the big three. Simple, right? Well, you might say I have something of a rocky relationship with this series. You see, about 10 years ago, some friends and I got together.
Alright, let's just go forward on this one, because
I'm kind of interested to see what he watched.
From the very beginning, Bleach.
From
but
the very
for
beginning.
one reason or another, it didn't click with me, and I did make it very far through the series before I just stopped watching, and I got on with my life.
Pause.
Unfortunately, for
Right
me,
there, I would like to know what didn't click with him. I understand that it was years.
it's
and years
hard
ago.
to quantify why a series doesn't click with you.
Absolutely, I completely understand that. But something like Haikyuu does not click with me. I can say that I don't like the characters. I'm not a big fan of volleyball. They explained the rules a little bit too late. I'm not interested in the drama.
Or a lot of the
game.
rules very early, and it's just like, holy, there's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vanguard rules, and you can serve and sub out and stuff like that. I can say that. I recognize the quality of Attack on Titan, but it's simply not for me.
Yes.
That's a bit harder because I'm like, I don't know exactly what it could do to hook me a little bit more.
Same with like Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know what a Jujutsu Kaisen. What is blocking me from enjoying?
I don't like enough of the characters, and I don't like the fights.
There you go.
Mark videos really got better. It's. I mean, sure. It's hard to get worse.
My Little Pony is flames, I can't lie. Game of Thrones doesn't click with me. He explains why in the second video.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on the TTS on this one.
Master Jinx says, instead of telling his audience how he feels about a series, he tries to understand how they already feel and change his opinion to match. At least that is how it seems to me.
Yeah, and that's disgusting.
He does that quite a lot.
I would just rather say what I say, and whatever comes is gonna come. If people want to be the nasty poo-poo to me, then be the nasty poo-poo. It's not gonna change how I feel.
However, I made the grave mistake of sharing that information on Twitter a couple of years ago, which introduced me to some of Bleach's less than savory online fans. It wasn't pretty, and needless to say, gave me plenty of incentive to cut my...
Why did you redo that clip?
That's a question for the editor.
Losses and cover something else. But as the title already has told you, this is a review, so why did I decide to give it another shot? Well, there are a few reasons. Firstly, I enjoy reading manga much more than watching anime. I know some folks think I'm crazy for willfully missing out on the music, voice acting, and the cool animations, but I honestly much prefer reading manga. So much so that the comparison is not even close for me. I mean, like 7 years ago, I watched the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime with another friend, and I didn't like it, like at all. But when that manga was put in my face, I couldn't put it down. And now I'm a huge fan of the series.
And see, right there. Somebody...
Yeah, those dogs are going crazy.
Going nuts. Are they outside the window? What's going on? We're on the second floor. Right there. Somebody looking over the Mark script would just go, Mark, why do you prefer manga to anime? You say that people would call you crazy for missing out on visuals and the music and stuff.
Meme
but what is
Spice
it about
says,
manga?
I hope he does Demon Slayer.
He absolutely will.
Oh, yeah.
There's money on the table with Demon Slayer.
The thing is, it's the manga's over, but the anime is probably not over for another 3 years. And he likes to just do the series until completion.
I think he'll do My Hero first.
My Hero first sounds about right.
But with something like this, here's where you go. This is the author's purest intention. There is no filler, there is no gaps or anything. And also, you can read it at your own pace. Things last longer. They last as long as you want them to last. Mm-hmm. Instead of things lingering for Orihime talking for 5 minutes where it's 5 seconds in a month. Something like that. Just explain yourself more. That's all I'm asking for.
Those dogs are anti-Mark month.
Those aren't our dogs.
Yeah, they're outside the window. They might be the alley dogs that run around every
ghetto. So there's just dogs.
There's just dogs. I've seen a lot of cats in the West, actually.
Yeah, I want them.
Oh my God, why?
I want a cat. Cats are hype.
Dogs are more hype. I'm a dog man.
Secondly, since my time having watched Bleach 10 years ago, I've dropped out of college, had numerous jobs, learned a lot about narrative theory, and started my own YouTube business.
Pause. What is narrative theory, Mark?
Degenerocity 525 says, I find it hard to believe with how often he gushes about animation when his friend tell him to watch certain stuff.
Yeah. Certain things are hard to trust Mark with fully.
He is whatever he believes in the moment.
Whatever will get him the least amount of hatred in the moment. But yeah, he learned about narrative theory. Where did you learn about narrative theory? What is narrative theory? How did you learn about the narrative theory? How did that further help your understanding of media?
Dogs versus cats poll, please. You got it.
Yep, let's rock it.
Yeah, we can do a dogs versus cat.
Best pets. Just do the review, you're bum. You're a reviewer. Just review the thing. Shut up, you suck.
So it's entirely possible I'll see something in the story I otherwise never would have before. And finally...
Because of narrative theory? Okay.
How are you... You know, how is it this hard?
Reason number
Meme
3.
Spice says, remember he thought of nothing about the Cat versus Luffy fight until the anime.
Yeah, he did. So what is he talking about? He prefer to... The hype stuff does get...
In April of 2022, my dear friend and member of the team, AJ, took stock of the suggestions you guys had been sending me under a particular post.
28 mentions for Demon Slayer? Wow, that is low.
Mark is
Nami
not
the
the
Goat
person
says,
to talk about.
what are the 3P go?
Promise, payoff. No, payoff is not one of them.
Promise, progression. I want to say plot. Plot, promise, progression.
That sounds right.
That's what I'm going to. So we got Bleach with 206, Full Metal Alchemist with 80, Vagabond 41, Jujutsu Kaisen 39, Yu Yu at 35 above Demon Slayer is crazy to me.
Monster being 33 is a lot.
Hey,
17 for Boruto is too much. Piss poo fan fiction.
Was the winner by a country mile, and so began my deliberation over whether or not I should review this series. For me, it was a...
Do it! We didn't deliberate what videos to do for viewer request month. We picked the top ones.
How much of the things that Mark does are the things that he wants to do versus the things that his audience wants him to do?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. Because he says he loves manga. He's got a large stack of manga. Does he just pick up manga and go, hey, this looks interesting. I want to read this. Wow, I'm really enjoying this. I can make a review out of it.
Well, it's the manga. People don't care about the Demon Slayer manga. That is a good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Mark
He is also a coward. That is also a good point.
He is a creative coward.
Points. That is also points.
tough choice, not because I didn't have an interest in checking out this story with a fresh
Plot progression, fuck you. At the 3 Ps.
perspective, but more so because everyone loves the guy that
Jenks, do not question the bots.
praises their favorite show, but Bleach in particular seems to have a loud vocal minority that isn't as forgiving to those that share dissenting opinions on this series they love. However, the anime is returning, and over the years I've helped people find and fall in love with series they wouldn't have given a chance to before. One Piece is such an
That is stupid! That it takes a creator for you to go, maybe I will read!
And Worf says, themes in Bleach are an interesting topic in regards to the story's thematic narrative. Let me explain. Themes and narrative go hand in hand together. At least that is what I think in my opinion.
Let me explain. That's just like... I just wanted to stop the comment right there and just go, wait, it's you fin.
Y'all should have saw. He started breathing heavy just to get that print. Oh, he was fuming.
But what is about the coverage that Mark did? Was it the fact that he was covering it and the person did not know about One Piece at all? Or is it the fact that Mark's coverage was so good that it made it look interesting that people jumped onto it?
Or was it that it was a person that went, I'm never going to watch or read One Piece, but then they learned of the details of One Piece instead of the blanket criticisms they've heard from outliers,
Meme
like
Spice
the art
says,
and whatever.
forget Mark, let's hit DB Zemran talking about Mark.
We already did it! Actually, Yeah, we did the DBZ Imran video where he criticized
Chris the Chilled says,
Mark video.
what
about
up,
Bleach.
y'all?
What's up? Did we? Yeah. It was, we did 2 DBZ Imran videos. One...
No, but those were Eye Patch Wolves.
Oh, yeah. Did he talk about Mark?
No, we did. We saw, I remember we skimmed it a little bit. On stream. Did we?
Did we?
I am about to commit some kind of crime against that dog.
That's correct. Orihime, boys. Shove Mark in that thing.
Example of this. So, what better time is there to start helping build up the hype and community surrounding this?
We only did iPad
touchstone
flip. Okay,
for the
yeah.
series than with a review series that builds up to that anime's eventual return this autumn. So far, I've loved One Piece and Naruto, and with that knowledge, I'm going into this with an open mind as a different person, and honestly, I'm really excited to see what this series has to show for itself. How does it measure up to the others? What makes it so special?
What could possibly be outside for that dog?
To so many, and will I like it this time around? Only one way to
I
find
mean, you
out.
already
It's time
called
for my
and
journey to
Kubo, whatever you called him, a genius, a really good person. Whatever you called him, you done already praised him. So what is this future? Oh, how will I feel about? No, you done already spoiled it.
I'll give you $5 for you to stop this and watch. I'll review anything's Spy Family Doesn't Deserve its #1 spot video. It's 3 minutes. We're not whores.
We aren't.
I guess we're whores. What's that?
No, that is on the list for viewer request month 2. In a couple weeks, we'll do like a betting thing where you can put in points and request that, and we will watch it. So just save your points, and we will watch that because that is literally after it's after the whole cake one. That's the first one because I'm like I recognize that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
if you want it, come back on the last day of viewer request month, which is on the 29th.
Yep.
That's the last day of viewer request month. Come on back then. What we're doing is however many points that you put in, 1,000 gets you 1 minute of the video, whatever video you want. 2,000 gets you 2 minutes. 3,000 gets you 3 minutes. On and on.
We might want
it's gonna cap
Prestream
something.
says, after pondering this for months, I am excited to tell I believe I know what that dog is barking for. Let me explain. In my opinion, that dog's barking thematically resonated for me in my opinion.
There's too many marks.
I legitimately hate people. It's so annoying.
Master Jinx says, I was hoping Mark would cover Demon Slayer and realize it is garbage and have to try to defend it to not upset his audience.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be great.
So a lot of people see, like Corey, he has 9,000 points. So it might be worth it to do 10,000 points, and that'll make them save it until that day.
But also, it could just be the fact that we just go 5-minute limit instead of just going however much of the video, 30 minutes of the video we're watching. I guess that.
I'm just saying it's very easy to get 1,000 points. Let's make it 5,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15.
But that's also quite a lot.
All right, so I'm gonna go to what the points that people have. Currency.
You're 15,000. You're using all of your points for 3 minutes of a video.
If that's what you want, you gotta save points.
I just think
this we gotta make them pay for something.
We will talk about it
because with 3,000 points, look at all the people of 3,000 above. Are we gonna do 15 3-minute videos? Are we gonna do? That's like 25, 30 people.
But then how many people will actually want to put in?
That is also fair. Let's make it.
This is on the 29th. We are on the 8th. We got a lot of time to talk about this. And we got not a lot of time to talk about Mark.
Beat the big 3 by diving into Substitute Shinigami, the premiere arc of the prolific and massively popular work by Tite Kubo. Everyone, it's finally time. Time to start our journey through Bleach.
Nami Hiroshi says, BG the scammer is plotting on stream and has no shame.
What was scary about this? I'm trying to make the currency mean something, so y'all either gotta choose TTSs and sound bites or picking videos.
I'd like to see what he thinks about the beginning of the Iran car.
Okay.
Dragon Ball! We saved it!
I was initially cautious but optimistic about what awaited me past the Soul Society. And so far, it's better than anything that I've come across in this story.
There's nothing else
First
to watch
off,
here.
when is he ever not cautiously optimistic about whatever that's his go-to bullshit that he said. It's nothing new.
I kind of don't want to hear the rest of this because that is just fiction.
Fiction.
Soul Society or otherwise. It's got wacky characters, interesting plot developments, believable reasons.
Soul Society had wacky characters, believable plot, whatevers.
Yeah, let's go back.
It's got wacky characters, interesting plot developments, believable reasons to drag previously established characters back into the fray, and it has some of the best designs in the series so far.
And that's all it takes to be the best part of the story you've read so far?
And again, I hate the little snippets of this is a great design. What is great about the design? It's simply that. Everybody has a different thing that they look for in the design. I in particular am a fan of big hats. I think that greatly elevates a person's design. Why?
Jose, let me use real money for picking videos instead because he wants to use the points for the TTS. I guess we could do $1, $2, $3 if y'all want. I don't know.
If you want.
Yeah. You could use your points or you could use real money. What's up, stranger?
It's just really fun, and I can't believe where I am with this series now. 240 chapters in, and I genuinely think Bleach is awesome. So, it begs the question.
If you like the Soul Society, why are you surprised that this far in you genuinely think that it's awesome?
Sup, I would like to debate you guys on Demon Slayer. Let me know when you're ready. We're not going to do it today, but we would very much be willing to debate about Demon Slayer.
Yeah, just give us a time and a date. And if you're in the Discord, jump in the Discord. If we got Twitters, we got comments, just throw it in the comments. Whatever you want, just give us.
If you got your own Discord that you want to invite us to, just let me know.
Just give us what the topic's gonna be and a time, and we'll be ready for it.
Yep.
What the hell is up with the differences between the anime adaptation and the original manga? 10 years ago, my first experience with Bleach took place, and it really didn't connect with me then. I found characters annoying, and for one reason or another, just ended up dropping the series entirely. However, now, after having read the manga, characters like Orihime, Kon, and, as I'm realizing more and more through this arc, Ichigo's father, are all far more complicated, compelling, and likable than the anime itself.
Pause. Complicated, compelling, and likable. You gotta establish that something was taken away from the anime, from the manga, to establish that he was
so
less
if anyone was
competent.
wondering about Temtem, it's okay. I like what I played so far, but the Pokemon killer thing was overblow. Don't get the Switch version. Crashes a lot and no offline mode.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I heard that quite a lot. I think Manga Comment had a video about Temtem, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been somebody else. I could just be lying. Who knows? But yeah, what about? You said that he's more competent in the manga. How so?
More complicated.
Complicated. What's the differences that makes him more complicated?
What in the anime made him more simplistic, Mark? How, Mark? This man is awful!
Likeable.
Go back a little bit more. It's harder through YouTube.
Are all far more complicated, compelling, and likable.
How are they more complicated? Compelling, that's up to you. Likeable, that's up to you. Con.
Wait, what I thought he dropped it before the Arrancar arc.
Explain yourself, you baby!
Thank you very much. That is, I don't even need to be here. But how exactly is Con more complicated?
Yeah, as in more... I have no idea. Yeah, that's our voices. If you go to redeem list, you'll see a list of things you can use, exclamation point, that thing, and you'll be able to do it. The jar update? Mark Jar! That's what we needed! That's what we needed all along!
Why aren't I getting it? It's not updating for me. What's going on? That's trash.
Oh, you suck.
I'm not getting. Look at. Oh, it's connecting.
That's why.
That's odd.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi.
That's weird. Okay.
I put up the marked jar.
Oh yeah, put up both jars actually.
What's going on?
It'd be like that sometimes. I mean, how much of this are we gonna watch?
If anybody got a timestamp of something interesting he says, let us know. Otherwise, we'll just skim through it a little bit, hit questions, be out.
Homework, that type of thing. Thing get a thing. Blaze with the no. No, there's no. Only yes. There's no God here. Only DA.
Cats got blown out of the water. See you later, Dutch. Never stay up for these. I always say that.
Yeah, stop coming to these.
Don't apologize that you gotta leave.
Sorry, guys. I'm too tired to watch this. No. Leave.
Legitimately, if you took him out the jar and sent him to that on Twitter, he'd be like, yo, this is great.
Thanks for the artwork from a fan. And then he gotta watch the jar later on.
Slowly fill up.
It's like a milkshake duck. Or a Hime jar and Mark jar.
I am still just shocked to my core that you didn't know what the jar was.
I had no clue about the jar. Either jar. I was better for not knowing.
I would agree.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs won by a landslide. Yeah, it was fixed. We all know.
Oh, so now I'm still just
scamming.
Okay, cool.
Master Jinx says, he is right because Mark himself would be more compelling and complicated in manga form than video. That way I could deal with his crap at my own pace and not have to hear him.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, Shoebox was way worse than Jar.
Text Mark would be worse, kinda. Did you see the redesigns that Det was doing?
Oh yeah, he sent them to me.
I like him a lot, but the only issue is it's like you see those and they're mad serious, and you come here it's like feet and piss and jars, and it's like it's not. It's too good.
It's too good for us.
Too good. We should just be cross-eyed and drooling.
It's like that dude. Gears of War is almost too good. Yeah, that the art is almost too good for us.
Than the anime itself led me to believe. And I find this personally strange because this seems to be something that splits the fandom of Bleach as a whole. Pun not intended. In other words, there are those that agree with this positive.
I don't want to read Mother's Basement!
Mother's Basement.
I don't want to read Mother's Basement!
280 chapters in, I believe Bleach was done even dirtier by its weekly anime adaptation than early One Piece. There's still many things I think could be done better about it, but most of the things it does really well either don't translate or are butchered, but slowly. Like what? Like every chapter.
Like every chapter I read, I'm taken by how charming and distinct all the weird little dudes Kubo cooks up are, and how snappy the dialogue is. Yet I distinctly remember begging these same characters to just shut the fuck up already as I got closer to dropping the anime. Also, say what you want about his line art. Kubo's one of the sharpest graphic layout designers to ever work in Jump, and a lot of the issues that made me bounce from the Arrancar arc are papered over by just how readable it all is.
Okay, cool.
It's genuinely hard to put down.
Replace Bleach with anything else. Replace Kubo with any other manga. What changes? Explain moments that change.
Death Note.
Better pacing, things like that. Here's a moment of better pacing instead of just this blanket bull crap.
I know you guys don't care about DBZ, but you should check out his redesigning videos. It's not that we don't care about Dragon Ball Z. We don't care about the discourse beyond Dragon Ball Z, because a lot of it they try to implant more going on than what actually is, when it's just to shut off your brain and watch the Colors series.
I am not going to willingly subject myself to more Mark.
I would just look at the redesigns. I don't know
Yes.
if I would hear him explain the redesign.
Maybe explain how he got to those points.
Yes, which is fair.
Deterex 525 says, I wonder why Mother's Basement couldn't provide any manga images to help illustrate his point.
I wonder. It's almost like Mother's Basement is King Bum.
And there are those that don't seem to be bothered by these differences and love what the anime uniquely offers. I'm not suggesting either are wrong here, but I guess it goes to show how massive the difference in experience can be between two groups with slight preferential differences.
I don't know
making
what
Bleach
the differences are. I don't know what people's preferences are. You showed Mother's Basement and he's talking a whole bunch of shite. I don't know what's going on. Muff is just talking, you just talking, and you're just propping up other people for just talking.
One of the most pronounced cases of this I've yet come across in my journey. In the anime, I found the father to be kinda creepy and massively irritating, but in the manga, he's around far less, thus making his random physical intrusions much more novel than annoying, and the same can be said for Khan. However, Orihime was another story. She was a character I pigeonholed as a one-note fan service type character with little to no substance beyond what she offered on the surface through gag humor. However, now after having read the manga, she is unironically my second favorite character in this story, particularly after having read this week's material, with her struggling to reconcile her self-worth and ability as it applies to those she cares about. So, I guess what...
That would still be in the anime!
Yes, I was just about to say, you're using anime footage. The same stuff happens in the anime, but it's just more stuff happens in the anime and less happens in the manga.
Alright, it's time to skim, because this is bullshit.
The fence further buckles from all the sitting Mark does on it.
Story is trying to achieve because it's quite a bit...
I'm sorry, what?
Also take note of what this particular story is trying to achieve because it's quite a bit different to Soul Society in some important ways. First of all, in a similar fashion to that of the substitute Shinigami arc...
Deterex 525 says, funny how some of those fanservice clips were form stuff way beyond where he quit the anime.
Absolutely.
Chris the Chilled says, Mark is a funny little man lol.
Funny little man.
Possible to divorce the significance of what that first invasion or first part of this greater arc or saga did in order to lead into this particular section.
What did he just say? That was just
He
wording.
Sure said it. He sure said it.
Hold on.
In some important ways. First of all, in a similar fashion to that of the substitute Shinigami arc, it's impossible to divorce the significance of what that first invasion or first part of this greater arc or saga did in order to lead into this particular section.
What are we doing here?
I completely understood that. Don't worry.
Could you break it down for me, please?
Sure.
I am a dumb man, and
I
you are
can
much
break it
smarter
down.
than me.
I can break it down for you.
Will you?
No. You didn't ask that. You asked.
I just did.
No, well, you had your one question.
I had my chance.
While the driving force of Soul Society was to, broadly speaking, shine a light on Ichigo's personal development and Rukia's interpersonal development, through he having to learn to trust himself and Rukia learning to see herself as someone worth the time of day, the Orang...
This is... Dude! What? Dude! He's so infuriating!
Mark has a lot of words.
There's so many words! Holy... There's so many words!
Arc clearly has its own unique story it wants to tell that continues the journeys explored through the life.
You're halfway through that journey, so you don't know what it's trying to tell. What if it circles back to the end of it and it being exactly like the Soul Society? Then what?
Of Substitute Shinigami and Soul Society, respectively. In other words, they're similar in structure, but totally different in what they're trying to achieve. And I think that's important. How Ichigo performs and develops in this arc is a direct evolution from Soul Society. It's part of his journey, and having now completed that last arc, his exploits
Mark, you said that it was a direct, but you didn't explain how he acts as a direct evolution from how he acted then.
story have led him to making some fundamental errors in the opposite direction with this one, where he himself wishes now to take on all the responsibility, denying his friends the chance.
Why did he say he himself? Because I feel like that wording was not required for what he just said.
There are so many words, sounds like a good clip.
Opposite direction with this one, where he himself wishes now to take on all the responsibility.
Where he himself wishes now. That is clunky.
Yeah, you could take out a couple words.
Where he wishes now. Where he now wishes. That's what you should be doing.
Denying his friends the chance to contribute to the greater mission and give it a greater chance of success. So in a way, Ichigo's story in this arc not only is...
Jojo says, Orihime is not that much different in the anime. Most complaints of anime Orihime from fans is the overuse of the Kurosaki-kun line. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't explain himself, which is nothing new for Mark, so we will never know what he's talking about.
Says, man, look at all this anime footage. Would be a shame if he loses all his videos for it.
And by extension, us.
We will not be watching Triggered again unless it's explicitly voted for on by fans. Like if we were to ever do a Patreon and a tier was just pick a video and they pick that, there's nothing we could do about it.
But as for putting him on the list and going, no. Triggered is hard banned.
Hard
Giggles
banned.
is soft banned.
He is a
Dritz is soft banned.
He is a terrible content creator.
He's also a very bad person.
And he's a very bad person from our minimal interactions with him. Maybe outside of it, he's walking old ladies across the street and doing humanity missions and building houses for the homeless. But as an online personality, he is horrible. Triggered is behind a paywall. I mean, if it was viewer request month 3 and he was the most voted for video, we'd watch him. There's nothing we could do there.
Different to Soul Society, but it's the exact opposite.
Like if y'all use y'all points, because I think one of his is the videos. Yeah, if y'all use y'all points, what are we gonna do? Say no?
Focuses on what is outwardly
the triggered goal
concerning Ichigo rather than solely what is inside him. And it does show through the fights that this story offers also. Could this story have been told in a different way with a different structure to that of Soul Society? Yeah, probably, but it didn't detract at all from what I like about this arc because, as I've outlined right now, this is only the midsection of this greater Arrancar arc and it goes in a very different direction, all things considered, which is the most important thing for me, but
One True King says, start a triggered poll now then.
No. We're not going to do anything specific. Yes.
Why would we just do a poll and y'all vote yes and then we just give y'all free trigger? No. Y'all got to come out the pockets for that.
What did I think of?
What was that video? I should have asked Manga comment. What was that video? Because he was like, I'll give y'all $50 to do this video.
It was some Life is Strange video.
Oh, dude. Life is Strange is not the one.
This arc's events. So Ichigo arrives at Mr. Urahara's place and hops into the void beyond reluctantly with the help of Chad and Uryu, who justify to him to go on this mission because Ichigo is technically going against the orders of the Soul Society. It's a tenuous at best excuse that his dad almost certainly won't buy, but it is still technically correct, which, as we all know, is the best kind of correct. There's some interesting seeds set also.
This part is nothing.
Yeah.
I'd say go towards the end, see what he says.
Ah, that's the
Grimjow.
Oh, now? We'll get some now.
Beside the main one, it feels so much less interesting and consequential by comparison. And that's...
Okay, what are we doing?
During this time, there's this other fight, and it's been a section of the story I haven't been showing a lot of love to in this review, and that's because, for the most part, Renji and Uryu, despite...
Big Bad Mademoiselle, Hope says, words, 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 words. They just keep coming words, words. They just keep coming non-stop, infinite words, words, words.
That's Mark.
There's so many words.
Characters I otherwise enjoy, their fights in this section honestly feel like afterthoughts. And
I like their fight with that doctor.
Whoops.
Other plotline that's currently running alongside the main one, it feels so much less interesting and consequential by comparison. And that sucks.
Why, Mark? It feels much less interesting and consequential
Okay, you can say it feels less interesting because interest is that's up to you.
That's up to you. But the consequential, these are two characters that could die, just like over there, it's Nail and Ichigo that could die. What's more consequential over there?
Mark said something negative. When will he apologize for it?
But every time we switch to them, all I think about is how much longer I have to wait until we get back to the actual story here. And it's not because their fight is bad, but
Naki Hollis says,
because...
Chat, I have my best comment in a trigger video. Why, on God's green earth, do y'all want more of that man?
Yeah, I do not understand. Now, don't get me wrong. Those episodes were bangers. But it's just because he was so stupid with that. He was trying to defend something as opposed to trying to criticize something. Because if his criticism boiled down to, why don't they do the sex? Well, shut up.
Oh,
what are we going to do with that?
The snob thing is being set up. So, we'll see, y'all.
OK29XJEX says, triggered month would leave you soulless.
Soulless!
Absolutely.
You fucking money sluts. Next you're going to say, give us $10 and we will put face cam on.
That's a bit of that low tier God stuff.
No face cam until I hit this goal. I wonder if that would be successful for Phil.
It doesn't seem to proceed at all while we are spending time there. Anyway, back to Nell.
It doesn't need to proceed.
Damn. This is the first conclusive piece of evidence that these high-level ranking
kill,
rankers
y'all.
aren't always evil creatures. They're not monstrous, but she does have monstrous power. However, she's from a time that has since passed, and her power ranking is outdated, so let's see how she fares against this chap. There's a really good flashback to the previous fight Neutra number 5, then number 8, had with Nell following his defeat in their last duel in the past. It's filled with some really great quotes, and here's a few. She says after he demands she kill him, "We are humans who became hollows. Then regained our reason by becoming
I don't need the synopsis.
I also draw attention about how story structure can be communicated through fighting, but I think it's only fair I also draw attention to something Bleach does better than most other fight-centric stories with regards to its action. It's this notion of good versus evil, rational versus instinctual, light versus dark that seems to dominate not just manga, not just Western media, but has permeated throughout most cultures. I don't want to get too broad and fundamental here, but I think Bleach taps into something sort of foundational when it comes to our appreciation as a species for fighting. When you look at fighters like Anthony Joshua, Tony Ferguson, and Conor McGregor, you see more than just a fighter, you see a story. It's one of the reasons why the WWE has been so successful and persistent across multiple decades. The fight itself is interesting, but it's the story that comes along with it that makes it the whole package. Speaking as someone...
Neo Arcadia says, shut up about plot holes.
Shut up about plot holes.
Is he saying that Bleach does story within the fight better than other things?
Or stories leading up to the fight? The fuck is he talking about?
Okay, Blaze Ryder says, no.
Simply.
Back in the day, my father, brothers, and heck, even my work colleagues would go on and on about how amazing Conor McGregor's journey was.
Chris the Joke says, don't mind me, just comparing anime and MMA.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, just for some reason.
From virtually nothing.
What? My video got taken down. What? Why? I just used UFC footage.
We see ourselves in that tale, and when opportunities presented themselves where the hero of the story falls, we get further engrossed because those are the moments that define us. Will the...
Okay. Us? What is different between... Why is Bleach doing it better than something else? Than a Yu Yu Hakusho?
In Crocodile, Luffy lost 2 times before beating him.
Darkness in those moments you needed to channel in combat, overtake you, and define who you are? Or will you be able to push forward and do the right thing, irrespective of your circumstances? In the case of Conor McGregor...
Talk about Bleach!
What is the difference between what Bleach is doing? How's Bleach doing it better? I just realized this video was movie length.
It's crazy.
Following his second fight against Dustin Poirier, it's clear to see what happened. Confused and ashamed, He spewed vulgar, nothing insults out of instinct. A pathetic final gasp to keep fighting for the sake of it, despite the conclusion already having been reached. And I think Bleach is playing with those same ideas. Foundational principles of not just fighting, but vicarious storytelling that we as a society look to for inspiration. Can we see
vicarious storytelling that we as a society looks to for inspiration?
What is he waffling about?
I can't. Who's going, yeah, Mark? Vicarious storytelling that we as a society look for inspiration for.
Brink put themselves...
Kubo, oh man. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Storytelling. Yeah, Conor McGregor.
And emerge once again as intact, rational, and good people? Or will they become a slave to the very darkness that they utilized? A monster lacking in rational thought.
Wait, how am I gonna be a slave to the darkness that I utilize? How does this compare to my real life, Mark?
Oh, dude, this is...
Out of
what the f is he talking about?
Concerning Bleach, this becomes particularly interesting when we add Arankers into the mix. At this point, we've clearly seen where hollows come from, and we also understand that Arankers themselves come from hollows. But not all Arankers are monsters, sort of in the same way that not all Soul Reapers are good and not all Quincy's are bad.
Why are people not clapping for this like Chimera Ant?
Because it's not, I wouldn't say, I was about to say it's not directly in your face. No. It is not yelled in your face. It is not, your mouth is not opened and they are not, and they vomiting what it is into your throat.
Okay, you can say
as
that.
They go, humans are the real monsters.
Did Imran help do Mark stripped?
So, what does this mean? It further adds a layer of gray nuance to each encounter.
Nope, done.
Gray nuance?
Nope. Did he say grained nuance?
Can we just hit the very end?
Hold on. I also want to hear. I want to see what the closed captions say.
Quincy's are bad. So, what does this mean? It further adds a layer of gray nuance to each encounter.
Gray nuance.
Yeah, he said gray.
Okay. I thought grained.
No, he said gray.
Gray nuance, y'all. He brought up Conor McGregor again!
Jesus! Mark not tried to pronounce Ulquiorra's name.
Hey, I'm surprised Detective Speed Lady got Ulquiorra right.
Yeah, that's quite good. Maybe we just simply did not hear it, and it's in there somewhere buried.
Just say theme. This is a 89 sentence paper that can be summed up as theme.
Legitimately.
To achieving our goal. The only difference is that Ichigo and co are trapped in this area still looking for Orihime. Now that's a good ending, I guess, and it builds sufficient tension for the final act of this 3-part story, but the way they got to this point felt at times quite bloated. I can appreciate this middle section in Hueco Mundo divulging a lot of necessary exposition and did elevate Ichigo's abilities, which I'm sure will come in handy with this upcoming section. But given how long it was, I feel like it could have been made significantly shorter without losing anything, and might have even seen some benefits by cutting out the fights that mattered the least. With all of that said, I think, despite certain characters' interactions and conflicts feeling less than important or consequential, I will say that I enjoy this world Kubo is building, and I am still very interested in the climax he's building too. Of these 2 sections I covered, I think I enjoyed the first part a lot more, but I will say that Kubo's art style and artistic approach to making manga is so up my alley that even reading through less than interesting fight sequences didn't matter much to me, as I could breeze right on through them with ease. But I can also appreciate that I might have been singing a very different tune had I been reading this week to week, so there's that caveat.
I'm so glad we didn't get paneling near the end.
I watched the video. He never attempts Ulquiorra. He doesn't even attempt to pronounce Yami.
Oh, big rip. But I was so furious at the video that I watched earlier. What was it called? Because I'm like, this is right up my alley. I know it was Boruto.
Oh, it was a Boruto video. Interesting.
Come on, search history. Don't screw me. Yeah! Why Boruto's art is awful. And they had a good first 3 or 4 minutes, and then they just when they started talking about how Kubo is the best ever at paneling. Go to the video.
No,
we're doing it. We're going rogue.
Jet Black J says, Mark only has one good criticism, and it's about the page turn. Go back to the Ulquiorra part.
Where's the Ulquiorra part? Do you have a timestamp, Jay? Because you say the Ulquiorra part. This is an hour and 20 minutes. Is why the Boruto art is awful.
And once you give us the timestamp, Jay, we'll go back to this video.
It's not
Yeah, go for it a little bit.
just so great when we compare characters.
Yeah, see, he's comparing side by side.
Might as well rename this stream to the Variety Hour.
Yeah, variety. Hey, whatever.
I told y'all we were gonna save this.
But this is what I'm talking about when I always go show side by side comparisons. And he's going, look at these muffs side by, and I'm like, good stuff there. Go forward a little bit.
Even more.
Yeah. Yeah. Like right there.
Panels. He did all kinds of
Yeah.
neat things.
Back. Yeah, right here.
Pretty well, such as Attack on Titan, which the manga honestly looks pretty ugly. But
The almighty Hugh Hansen says, I am sorry I said Mark was fun, I am was so wrong.
Oh, y'all. That's why I said y'all don't want Mark Month.
Trigger said Gon and Kite from Hunter x Hunter barely knew each other to be good friends, but praises Tanjiro knowing Rengoku for half a train stop make it make sense.
Oh, good old Trigger.
Yeah, that's goofy.
Other characters is just a fraction of what entails the entire art behind a manga. Ikemoto is also very bad at drawing battle scenes, which is a major problem here. Because Kishimoto was the best mangaka ever in terms of drawing battle scenes. The Naruto fights are so easy to follow. They are so kinetic. They flow so well.
So easy to follow. So kinetic. And he's just showing stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, you've lost me.
You had it. You had the sauce.
Had it.
And then you lost my phone. They said check the Discord. You had the sauce and then you lost the sauce.
Oh, that fence is buckling.
And while y'all watch this, I will go back to the previous video so we can get to this timestamp.
No, there's some other stuff in there.
Oh, in this video?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm still gonna.
Yeah. We can quickly hear how he said Ulquiorra.
Okay.
Or
whatever Jay.
What Jet said.
Alright.
My humblest opinion. Both sides are, but shut up.
The buckling fence is the best. I've been here for years.
You've never left.
They're so engaging that it's just ridiculous. There isn't anyone out there better at drawing fight scenes than Kishimoto was when he was drawing Naruto. The paneling in Naruto fight scenes was so good, it was exciting. Kishimoto knew when to use bigger panels, when to use smaller panels, when to put characters in the foreground, expanding outside of the panels.
He's
He did
just
all kinds
saying
of
this.
things with the panels, which is as important, if not more important, than the art of the characters
What
themselves.
is he talking about?
He almost had the sauce.
Furious.
If we look at how Ikemoto draws battle scenes, it's mostly flat, rectangular.
He sounds like a non-Mimi Nux.
Little bit.
Listen to it.
Draws battle scenes. It's mostly flat, rectangular.
He sounds like Nux at 0.75 speed.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, just this, it's flat. What do you mean? And it's just the rest of this is just this. And then at the end, he just goes, another huge thing that's a problem with Ikemoto's art versus Kubo, he doesn't do 2-page spreads. And he just goes on this big diatribe about 2-page spreads are the best and there's no 2-page spread. And it goes on for like 4 or 5 minutes. He had me and he lost me.
Oh, increase the speed of the video and see what happens.
characters themselves. And if we look at how
Little bit
Ikemoto
more.
draws...
Okay.
The art of the characters themselves. And if we look at how Ikemoto draws battle scenes, it's mostly flat, rectangular panels that just follow a very simplistic sequence.
It's
of
there.
It's a nutsy
It's
boy.
there.
He's a nutsy boy.
He's complaining about nothing.
So we were at 105.05.
Jesus, go back out
Oh,
to Dragon
no, come
Ball.
on, dude.
It goes on for like 2 minutes.
We don't want to.
What the is he talking about with Muff and Dragon Ball in this bit?
More tension around the future fights that take place. I realize at this point I probably should also explain what a good example of fights driving the narrative looks like.
Oh, okay. Oh, Dragon Ball. That's a good.
Do we need to watch it?
No, we don't.
Okay, cool. 105, 105.
Who knows? Maybe I'm speaking too soon. It's not a huge deal, just something I thought was worth mentioning. Stuff like this was really cool because Ichigo's priorities are evident for all of us to see.
Alfonso
in this
Rodriguez
interaction.
says, did this guy said Kikumoto?
Shut up.
And it sort of highlights what's interesting about Arankers when compared to Hollows. There's a nuance to how they go about things. They're all different in personality and morality to wild degrees, with many appearing.
Shay, why would you do this to us?
Jesus, with
Shay,
this
why would you do this?
bull crap? They're all different. Oh, really?
Shay, why would you do this to us?
Totally innocuous and nice, while others are, well, neutra. And in this case, Ichigo seems to have no interest or need to fight Ulquiorra and just moves on until...
The almighty Jew Hansen says, it's so bad he complains what DB does but says DB did it better.
Absolutely. Okay, he's about to talk about it.
Go back. He said Ulquiorra and I phased out.
Neutra. And in this case, Ichigo seems to have no interest or need to fight Ulquiorra and just moves on until...
上コムンドに井上織姫を連行したのが俺だと言ってもか。
Yeah, okay, fuck this guy. Following this, we turn the page and the once disinterested Ichigo walking away is seen clashing in an instant with this Aranka. It's an extremely effective use of the page turn too, by the way, and from that moment on, Ichigo just goes all out, but this time to no effect. I love the paneling in this short sequence.
Paneling, huh? Paneling.
One True King says, this is why we need Mark Month. He carries this channel.
No.
No.
No. It's a one good criticism. It's over.
Right into oh. Alright. Oh, get rid of that video too. Questions. Questions and homework.
Our homework was best villains.
Favorite villains.
Favorite villains. Villains at all. I had to stop myself.
Same.
And I have 15.
Let's see. I have... I probably have about 20. These aren't all of them. These are just the ones where I went, think of a villain you like, blank, 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 blank.
Yeah, I just sort of rattled them off real quick. I wasn't even really thinking about it.
Back and forth?
Yep, back and forth. If you got any questions about any of them, just ask and we'll explain it.
Monokuma.
And these are in no particular order as well.
Yep. And there's anime, there's manga, there's video games. Yeah. Monokuma.
Brian Hawk.
I thought about it.
I love him. He's such a dirt bag. Just him when Sarah was over him in Takamoto's face like, he was a slime ball. Life is ruined. I don't think that's very fair.
Carnage.
Frieza.
Handsome Jack.
Pennywise.
Captain Cold.
Especially in... It Part 2 is a disservice because we don't get enough of the creepy Pennywise. If we got a full movie of this, that first time we lured that girl in, it was just like, nobody likes to look at me either. We're the same. Oh, silly Pennywise. Nobody will ever like you. That's the greatest in that movie.
He killed that role.
It's crazy.
Captain Cold, the best DC villain.
Kira from JoJo.
Mystique.
Senior Pink.
Mysterio.
Funny Valentine.
Doc Ock.
Seymour the Guado from Final Fantasy X.
I couldn't just because of the PTSD. He won
after another. But at the wedding where he kisses Juna, it just goes, kill them. Like what you said! He's so good! Why are you here, sir? That's probably my favorite line in the entire. He just looks at Orin, knowing that the moth is dead. He's an unseen and just goes, "Why are you here, sir?" Dude.
I said Mysterio.
The king from Hamilton.
Oh no! I said Mysterio and Doc Ock already. Lex Luthor.
The king from Hamilton.
Jury.
Javert from Les Mis.
Larfleeze.
Scar. Discord from My Little Pony.
Magneto.
Hisoka.
Kimagawa Masogi from Medaka Box.
Palpatine. Especially from The Last Jedi. Because he was hilarious and he was having so much fun.
Kizaru.
Byakuya from the Soul Society.
Hisoka.
Baby from FNAF.
Lloyd from Legend of Dragoon.
That's my 15.
Kira from JoJo. Johan from Monster. GLaDOS.
Meme Spice says, we need to hit that Final Fantasy X vid.
Yeah, it's a chunky one.
It's a chunky
one. I will gladly play Final Fantasy X again for that. Because you don't slander that. That is a quality game.
When will we be doing another Among Us game session? Not tomorrow because I'm busy, but maybe next Sunday if people are free.
Yeah, I start up my new job on Monday, so I don't know what my hours are going to be, so we need to figure that out.
Yeah. There's going to be some
start
stuff.
Making plans.
Yeah. Love the paneling says that while showing an action
says,
scene.
Favorite Demon Slayer villain?
Or Ball Girl.
Ball Girl would probably be the one. I really did like her.
She was crazy. She was having fun. She was laughing. I didn't hate the jar guy.
I didn't hate Akaza. Yeah, I think I like Akaza a lot.
That's it? That's it. Yeah, we're good.
Can you rename this to ALX presents the Big Dumb Nonsense stream? No, there was sense made. When Jack's Box Party Time? Probably the best times for us would probably be Sundays, depending on his schedule. It's kind of hard for me right now because it's football season, and I am big into football season, so my attention is kind of dedicated to that. To be honest, I'm glad they didn't adapt the third book. Yeah, I must have been talking about something. Brian Hawk was a boxer in Hajime no Ippo.
Yes, he was.
And
he was a sack of garbage.
He was disgusting.
I'm only here to sample the women.
Yeah, he was pretty great as Pennywise.
He was great. Amazing.
Midora from Toriko.
Am I there yet?
For Dragon Ball, are you a Frieza, Cell, Boo, or Baby fan? I like Baby a lot.
Yeah, Baby's that dude.
It would probably go Frieza, Baby, Cell, Boo. Well, Boo, Cell, maybe.
No, it'd go Frieza, Baby, Fat Boo.
Yeah, you gotta break it down.
Imperfect Cell. Kid Boo. Semi-perfect.
Oh, you're super
and legitimately Super Boo and Perfect Cell or whatever. They can whatever ones you want to go.
Larfleeze is goated.
I was a weird one but fun. See y'all soon and hope everyone is enjoying View Request Month.
Yeah, this is probably what Viewer Request Month is gonna be. Hey, whatever.
Yeah, like I said, we're saving this bit.
We got to.
Larfleeze is absolutely goated.
Love
He is my favorite ring bearer. Hero, villain, lantern.
There's
my
only
favorite.
One orange lantern.
Avarice. Vash from Far Cry 3. Very good villain. I never completed Far Cry 3 though. That's my problem. course, protect the summoner, even at the cost of one's life. The code of the guardian. How admirable. Well, if you are offering your lives, I will have to
He's the schmarminess is so on point. The second you see him, you like, get out.
What y'all talking about? We were just talking about our favorite villains, but right now we're just taking questions from the chat before we head out. The counselor from Final Fantasy 15 never played Final Fantasy 15. Never finished it.
The Almighty Jew Hansen says.
Oh, is he?
Dempsey
Okay.
roll.
Dempsey roll. Fantastic.
Yep, that was a great villain.
Doma,
Dempsey roll.
Doma kept my interest. What about Joker? I have never been a fan of Joker. I am a fan of Joker minutely depending on the situation. Aspects of Joker. I like the Joker a lot in the Harley Quinn show. Stuff like that.
I like Heath Ledger's performance a lot.
I like Heath Ledger's performance. I like the Joker of that universe. I hated him in Arkham Knight. Hated him. But I would like to have one Monday at 2. We'll have to see what his schedule is.
No, I'm going to be at work at that.
Okay, he's going to be at work, so we're not going to be able to do that day. Snob wants to know what you guys want to talk about. We just want to discuss his issues with One Piece a little bit. When's the Just Stop interview? Sometime during viewer request month. Yeah, we're almost out of here. Yeah, because we were just going through his videos on One Piece, and I'd like to know some of the things he enjoys, some of his issues with One Piece, that type of thing.
More than just a 2-minute snippet.
Yeah, he talks about something for 2-3 minutes. That's not enough time to fully grasp the meaning behind what he's talking about. It's very surface level. From what I heard, Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, I hear a lot of things about Kefka.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying that he's the best.
I forgot about the JoJo's Full 10s thing.
Oh, I forgot about that as well.
10 Dragon Ball characters you still like. You might want to list that boy.
10?
Yeah, you might want to homework that boy, because I cannot off the top of my head do that. Sorry. Okay. Thanks for setting it up, by the way. Suge Knight from Straight Outta Compton. Suge Knight was a monster, and he still is. Top 10 favorite Persona characters. I love Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. I love Adachi from Persona as villains. Check out the Man's Region. It's the Mang's Region. It's a horror manga about man eating rats. He won't read it.
Yeah.
I read the first 5 chapters of 23, and it was a great start. I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm definitely in there. We're checking Discords.
I was about to say, why are you looking on your phone? Oh my goodness.
That's kind of sad, actually.
But it's so true.
Dude, that's super... Oh!
He does what he tells him to do. And he is pure and simple what the fans is.
Yeah, just because I love it so much. Oops.
Yeah, there it goes. Also, snazzy new art by Det, bottom left, for viewer request month.
Yeah, y'all stuffed the box with trash. Top 10 favorite One Piece characters.
I think we've done that.
But it's going to change over time.
I could just copy and paste my list. I'll tell you what.
Every time I hear the To Xenarkin song, I get teary-eyed. It's a great song.
It's such an amazing opening of the staff, the sword, and the ball just sitting there. He walks by. You get to see all the party members come. And he goes, here's my story, y'all. And then when you finally get there, they're all super sad. Because it's like, once we walk in that bitch, she dies.
Is the anime...
Anyone that hates Final Fantasy X.
Is the monster anime good or is the manga better? Also, have either of you seen Parasite anime and the Cyberpunk anime? As far as the anime versus manga for Monster, it's pure preferential. I really enjoyed the anime. I never finished the manga, but it's pure preferential on that one. That never mixes. Absolutely not.
For Parasite, I watched a couple of episodes at a con once.
What did you think about it?
I got.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was good.
There you go.
And I think I forgot about it until this very moment.
There you go.
Is Parasite the one where the dude got like an eye on his finger?
Yes,
and a
that's
hand?
Parasite.
Okay, yeah. That's just making sure.
I've seen it while I've been walking by somebody watching TV. I have not seen the Cyberpunk anime. I want to finish the game first. And sending so soon. Let me ask something to the last Ronso before I leave. Yours was truly a gallant race.
They threw themselves at me to bar my path, one after another. Oh my! 10 stars. He's great. I'm glad that there's Guado love. See more Guado love in the chat. I'm glad.
Top 10 favorite Black Clover characters. We'll homework that.
Yeah, that would be pretty difficult, actually.
Darth Vader, that's a good one. Darth Vader from Star Wars is banging. No! All right, y'all, we're out of here. Let me set up the boy, and we are done for the day.
Yeah, I can't say stop coming to these because this is what y'all voted for, so y'all need to suffer as well. So come on back.
Y'all need to suffer the most, actually, because this is filth.
My goodness, that is But hey, maybe we'll set some up with the Anime Snob and the individual that wants to talk about Demon Slayer, and maybe that'll be fun.
Yeah, there seems like a lot of things coming out of your request month now, so we'll see how things go, y'all.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Maybe it all just falls by the wayside.
And maybe y'all need to
tell them they can shove off.
It never gets old.
Tell them they can
just
shove
leave
off.
out the click. It's fine. we don't need that. Big direct.
Oh, because some people were asking for it.
Bro, because I don't give a fuck. It's cartoons.
Cartoons.
Yep. And one more, just to be safe.
Tell them they can shove off.
Okay, yeah, just like we said, just join the Discord, and we're better to set up things there. Oh, wait, this might not be worth it for Anime Snob.
What?
Hello, plebes. I will tell you why you are wrong for liking One Piece at a later time, since it's later where I am.
It depends on what we get out of it. We can know very quickly if it's going to be worthwhile.
Yeah, that's
it's antagonistic from the jump.
Yes. Well, yeah. Shove off.
Tell them they can shove off.